Lindsay Holy Family's head coach Rusty Rottenberg leads his team to the state finals, while Bulldog quarterback Andy Pfeiffer may be used as a running back to replenish their power attack. For Mullen, head coach Mike Brown knows the strength of his team is the run. His all-state running back Stephen Dent has over 2,200 yards. The Class D2 state finals are next.
Oh, nice move. Aurora fans, a lot to cheer about.
Showing that tremendous speed going down that far sideline. Bartles.
High loper.
NETV Sports, Nebraska's home for sports, is live from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships. Today, in the Class D2 title game, it's the Lindsay Holy Family Bulldogs and the Mullen Broncos. And a very good morning to you, everybody. Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, along with Adrian Fiala. I'm Kevin Kugler. We're pleased to be here to start off this 2003 State High School Football Championship today with the Class D2 title game between Lindsay Holy Family and Mullen. And Aid, when you talk about the Mullen Broncos, you talk about one thing: run.
Running the football and dominant offense, Kevin. They're averaging 375 yards a game, giving up just 15 points a game on defense. This is really a dominant football team. Steve Dent, their leading rusher, over 2,200 yards, but he's averaging almost 12 yards a carry on offense. And that is absolutely incredible.
No, that's a fantastic per carry average for Stephen Dent. When you look at Lindsay Holy Family, just to get to this title game.
Resilient because of injuries. 5 key players injured this year, the primary one of which was Mitchell Korus, their 3-year starting quarterback. He broke his ankle. The final game of the season, Andy Pfeiffer took over. He has accounted for 19 touchdowns in the 4 games that he has played. He's hoping to run the Lindsay family to the championship this year.
Well, we'll see what happens in this Class D2 title game. Larry Putney is standing by with more information about the championship down on the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, Mullen is the clear favorite in this game. Of their 12 wins this season, 7 have been by the 45-point rule. In fact, their only close game this year, a 24-point victory in their first game of the season. They're averaging nearly 60 points per game. But, you know, for Lindsay Holy Family, facing a tough opponent, nothing new. Just to get to this championship game, they had to knock out the number 4, number 3, and in the semifinals, the number 1 ranked team in the state to be here at Memorial Stadium today. They're not afraid of anybody at this point.
And if they win today, they'll have knocked off the top 4. Mullen number 2 in the state. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's a hard-earned road to a state championship. Should be fun. And now for the player introductions, let's go to our public address announcer, Rich Broderson.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the players competing in the Class D2 State Football Championship Finals. First for the visiting team, the Bulldogs of Lindsay Holy Family High School. Number 10, Andy Pfeiffer. Number 20, Tyler Kurtenbach. Number 21, Michael Kurtenbach. Number 42, Jeff Jarecki. Number 65, Brian Wagoner. Number 77, Casey Binder. Number 80, Kyle. Number 88, Jerry Clausen. Number 99, Jeff Binder. The head coach of Lindsay Holy Family, Rusty Rottenberg, and the rest of the Bulldogs.
The Lindsay Holy Family Bulldogs, runner-up in Class D2 1 year ago. They're back to try to close the deal this year with Rusty Rottenberg, the head coach, in his 9th year, and a very good balanced attack, really. They can throw the ball a little bit more than they did last year. They're very impressed with their passing game this year. They can also, though, run the ball, and that's what they'll look to do first, and they'll look to do it against the Mullen Broncos defense that has been pretty good, not great all year long. They've applied that bend but don't break philosophy to their D.
Kevin, they've allowed just 15 points a game as Mullen's defense, so they give up some yardage as far as total yardage goes, but the real is points given up, and they only do 15 points a game for the opponent's team. Distinct advantage there.
Back we go to the public address announcer, Rich Broderson, to meet the Mullen Broncos.
Now for the home team, the Broncos of Mullen High School. Number 13, Travis Young. Number 20, Taylor Spencer. Number 21, Stephen Dent. Number 33, Zach Rittinger. Number 40, Josh Call. Number 63, Travis Cooley. Number 64, David Cray. Anthony Deibler. The head coach for the Broncos is Mike Brown, and the rest of the Mullen High School Broncos.
Mullen 12-0 on the year, number 2 in Class D2, a team that has not been stopped this year. As Larry mentioned, 7 of their 12 games they have won by the 45-point rule. That's dominance, and that's what Mullen has done. Larry Putney is standing by down on the sidelines. He was hanging around the Lindsay Holy family locker room before the game. What'd you find out, Larry?
Well, I tell you, one of the things that Rusty Rottenberg, the coach of Lindsay Holy family, is battling are those impressive numbers that Mullen has put up all year. You were just mentioning it, Kevin. Almost 60 points a game. They really haven't been tested all year, haven't played a whole game. But Rusty really used that in talking to his players. He said, we don't know how good they are. They haven't played any competition yet. So he's using it a little bit to say, hey, we can come out and punch these guys in the mouth. I don't know how they're going to respond late in the game because they've been in very few games late.
You know, Larry, I hope they pick the right guys to punch in the mouth because it could be disastrous otherwise. But now this Lindsay Holy family team is a team that really wants to step up and try to take it to the house. They got beat last year by O'Neill St. Mary's in the finals, 22-8.
Well, this will be a very interesting matchup, and Larry's right. The dominance of Mullen, and when you meet teams that are in different locations in the state, you never know exactly about the competition they've faced, and Mullen has rolled over everybody they've played. The least amount of points scored this year by Mullen, 41 in a 41-7 win over Sandhills. This is a team that knows how to put points on the board. Lindsay Holy family, on the other hand, they've been in some tight games this year. They had one loss in the early portion of the season to Pope John, but they avenged that loss last week in the state semifinals, and that was a huge win for Lindsay Holy family and the confidence of this team.
Absolutely, Kevin. And number 1, Pope John, we might add, too. And they came back. They lost earlier 36-6, but came back to beat Pope John 30-22. Really stepped up, and as Larry pointed out earlier, they've really beat excellent football teams to get here.
Here, catch it, turn it over. If I drop it, we're going to do it again. Who's the spokesman for Holy Family? 20 is. Okay, I want you to call it in the air.
Tails.
Okay, what did he call?
Tails.
Tails. It is a tail. Okay, your options are to kick, receive, defend a goal, or defer to the second half.
Receive.
They wish to receive. Which goal do you wish to kick from and defend? Okay, let's turn it around here then. You guys come around this direction. Okay, then to start the ball game, Holy Family will receive. Okay?
Dan Yilk, the referee, you heard the words. Lindsay Holy family on offense, and we'll start the D2 state championship next.
Programming on NETV is provided in part by Education Quest Foundation. For 15 years, Education Quest has offered free college planning services. These services include scholarship searches, student loan information, college selection, and help with completing financial aid application. Education Quest is located in Kearney, Lincoln, and Omaha. Appointments are available at 800-666-3721.
Programming on NETV is made possible by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
These cost about $50. This costs about $57,000. Choosing to use these can help you avoid this. And since inactivity is a better predictor of death than smoking, high blood pressure, and even heart disease, using these more and this less could save you more than money. A message that's good to know from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
Nebraska. You live here. You raise your family here. So do we. ACE, community-owned, community-operated. Your hometown choice for natural gas.
Be more connected with mymptv.org. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.
The 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships are being carried live over the internet, so if you have friends or family who don't have access to NETV, have them log on to mynptv.org, click sports, and follow the prompts. These webcasts are free and brought to you commercial-free as a service of NETV, Nebraska's home for sports. Perfect morning for football in Lincoln, Nebraska. 56 degrees, expected to be 72 today under mostly sunny skies. And let's look at the road to the championship game for these two teams, and Lindsay Holy Family and Mullen. Lindsay Holy Family going through Bruning, Davenport, and Pope John to get here. For Mullen, big wins over Lodgepole and Kennesaw to roll into this state championship game. Mullen and Lindsay Holy Family, you see where they're located. Almost a straight line across the state. Mullen in northwest central Nebraska, and you go Lindsay Holy Family, they're in the northeastern part of the state. These two teams have not met this year, and they are looking forward to it. Good look at Mike Brown, the head coach of Lindsay Holy Family in his 25th year. Mike with the long mustache, and Rusty Rottenberg there in his 9th year as the head coach of Lindsay Holy Family. And this will be a fun matchup between teams that want to establish the run, but for Mullen especially important to establish that running game.
That is their football game, Kevin. Running the football and then playing some defense, as I mentioned earlier. In the playoffs, Mullen averaged just over 65 points in their 4 games that they played, Kevin. So that gives you an idea just how prolific they are with respect to scoring points in the football game. Lindsay Holy Family right up there too. They got 54 against Sterling, 70 against Prague, 40 against Bruning Davenport, and then 30 against Elgin Pope John. So they're no stranger to the end zone either, as both of these teams really like to run the football. A little better balance with Lindsay Holy Family, but as Mike Brown told us earlier on today, you know, we're not going to throw it if we don't have to. We're going to run it. They do. They're going to run it very well.
I mentioned earlier the road to this championship game for Lindsay Holy Family. It was not without its obstacles, and with more on that, here's Larry Putney.
Beat on the way here was the #1 ranked team in the state, and Elgin Pope John. That's a team, Kevin, that they lost to earlier in the year pretty handily, 36-6. They had won 4 in a row, facing the #1 ranked team in Pope John, lost 36-6 until they faced Pope John again in that semifinal game, and they won this time around 30-22 to get here to the state championship game. And another thing that Coach Rottenberg made very clear to his boys before they took the field was, we've been here before. We've been in this game. We don't have those jitters. We know what it's all about.
Larry, absolutely right. And also, that game was the state finals game last year where they lost to O'Neill St. Mary. So they have a fresh feeling in their body about wanting to win this championship. And that goes a long ways, guys, in how their performance will go this afternoon.
No question about that.
Not ready to get it underway here. I'm ready.
Travis Cooley will kick it off for Mullen. Cooley, the 5'11 senior, getting ready to boot this one away for the Mullen Broncos. As you heard, Lindsay Holy Family won the toss and somewhat surprisingly elected to receive. They want to get their offense on the field first and get a chance to take the football down the field. Andy Pfeiffer and Jeff Jarecki back deep to return for Lindsay Holy Family. Andy Pfeiffer, the quarterback, he's the safety. He is on the field for every single He's a fine player for Lindsay Holy Family and a big key to their success today.
Hope he had a good breakfast.
I hope so too. Getting ready to boot it away, Travis Cooley for the Broncos. A pretty decent breeze, and it's at the back of the Mullen Broncos in this first quarter. Wind today gusting at around 15 to 20 miles an hour out of the south-southwest. Cooley ready to go, and so is this Class D2 state championship game. First of 6 here, live on NETV. Cooley ready to go. And why don't we start it up? The state championships are underway. A line drive kick taken by Andy Pfeiffer, and Pfeiffer breaks through at the 30-yard line, fumbles the football. It pops into the hands of his teammate from Lindsay Holy Family, Michael Kurtenbach, down the sidelines to the 25 of the Broncos. And a fortuitous bounce sets Lindsay Holy Family up in great shape.
Pfeiffer set it up there. He just waited to set up the blocking right up the middle, Kevin. Saw the crease and then took it off. Took it right up into that crease. See, right there in that crease, he waited to have that set up. And then there's the hit that caused the fumble. That was number 63, Travis Cooley, the kicker, and then recovered, and Lindsay Family's way down in Mullen territory.
Pfeiffer ready to go with this offense of Lindsay Holy Family, Kurtenbach and Jarecki, the backs behind the quarterback, Andy Pfeiffer. First down and 10 from the Mullen 25-yard line. Great field position early going for Lindsay Holy Family. And the give going to Kurtenbach, breaks one tackle and is down after a gain of 2. And let's take a look at the offense for the Bulldogs of Lindsay Holy Family. 11-1 on the year and averaging almost 350 yards per game on offense. Andy Pfeiffer, Jeff Jarecki, Tyler Kurtenbach, and Michael Kurtenbach, the backs and receivers for the Bulldogs. Offensive line, Brian Wegener, Casey Bender, Kyle Clausen, Jeff Bender, and Jerry Clausen for Lindsay Holy Family. 7 from the Mullen 22-yard line. Jarecki, the lone setback. Little option game. Late pitch to Jarecki. Gets away from one man, and he's wrapped up near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Travis Young. And let's introduce you to the Bronco defense. The Mullen Broncos with Josh Call, Travis Cooley, David Cray, and Anthony Deibler on that defensive line. And the backs and linebackers, Taylor Spencer, Stephen Dent, Travis Young, and Zach Renninger.
Haven't seen an option play like that in a while. Guy was hit and managed to pitch the ball around the other guy, the defender.
3rd down and 7 in the eye. Up the middle they go with Jarecki, trying to find the first down, and second effort's got it for Lindsay Holy Family. Good tough running between the tackles by Jeff Jarecki.
Yeah, Mullen had some opportunities early to tackle him, not able to get it done, but Jarecki then just took it right up into the middle, right over Kyle Clausen to center, and Jeff Bender, the All-State guard up there, and 1,200 yards, Kevin, on the year, and we see why. They're a good, tough run.
First down from the 14 of Mullen. Just underway in this first quarter. No score in the D2 title game. Pfeiffer wings it out, and the catch is made. Is it inbounds? It is. And a nice catch by Michael Kurtenbach. A pickup of about 3.5 yards down near the 10-yard line.
Right onto the fingertips of Kurtenbach. Excellent pass. Just about an inch to spare there as far as the reception and the defender goes, and he was able to put it right there on the money. Great throw by the quarterback, Pfeiffer.
From the 10, 2nd down and 6. The give to Jarecki. No running room at all. Good penetration by the big man on that defensive line, David Cray, who got in there. And earlier today, we talked with Rusty Rottenberg about Pfeiffer.
Well, Andy has done more than we could ask of him. I mean, he's thrown, I think, 12 touchdown passes, ran for 7 since he's been in. And Mitch got hurt in the last regular season game. So, you know, we've been extremely happy with Andy, and we're lucky to have somebody that's ready to go behind Mitch that can do the job.
3rd down and 6. Pfeiffer to throw. Lobs it up in the air. The pass is juggled and caught at the 1-yard line by Michael Kurtenbach. What a leaping grab. The catch made down there. Tyler Kurtenbach, rather, with the catch. Kurtenbach makes the grab and sets him up 1st and goal.
Excellent play action that time by Pfeiffer. And there were 3 defenders down there for Mullen. 3 black jerseys, 2 white jerseys. And somehow he comes up with the football. Amazing catch. Steve Dent was there, went up a little bit early on the play, right at the goal line.
1st down and goal from the 1. On the quarterback sneak, nothing there for Andy. 2nd down and 1 from the 1-yard line. He may have lost a half yard on that quarterback sneak. Good surge up front.
Very good surge up front, Kevin. They're trying to run it right over Cray there in the middle. He's a big guy to try to deal with.
2nd down and goal from the 1. Up the 1.5-yard line now. Jarecki gets the carry, trying the right side. Again, nothing there. Stood up half a yard shy from pay dirt, and it's 3rd and goal. And a good push up front again, and help coming from Stephen Dent.
Great job by Taylor Spencer, also a junior, underneath it all, Kevin. And then Stephen Dent hit him up high. You're going to see it here. Taylor Spencer, number 20, and Stephen Dent, 21, as we go back to live action.
3rd and goal, the sneak, and a touchdown. Andy Pfeiffer in for his 8th rushing touchdown of the year.
Good push on the left side over there. Casey Bender on the block, Kyle Klassen at the center, and taking it right between those two fellas to put in the first score here with about 8:38 left in the first quarter.
The 2-point conversion try. The toss to Jarecki. Jarecki looking for the goal line, and he's stopped short. No good on the 2-point conversion try. 8:38 remaining in the first quarter, though, and the touchdown by Pfeiffer gives Lindsay Holy Family the lead.
Maybe a little bit of an unusual posture for Mullen, Kevin, to be behind here as they are early in the ball game. As you see that the touchdown play, the quarterback sneak, Pfeiffer taking it over, give his team the lead.
(6-0) the score. Lindsay Holy Family enjoying the lead, and a very good start thanks to that fortuitous bounce on the kickoff.
Good bounce on the kickoff, but they elected to receive. Most teams, these days you teams defer, and they decided to take the ball and go, Kevin, and they had a good opportunity. Larry?
How do they respond to adversity? That's the question. You know, you'd think a team that's been this dominant all year maybe hasn't seen negative numbers on the scoreboard, but actually at one point this year to Lodgepole, they trailed 14-0, so they do know how to come back and still get that big winning margin.
They won that game, by the way, 69-20 after being down 14-0.
That's dealing with adversity fairly well, I would say.
I would say so. Well, we're anxious to see this Mullen offense averaging 375 yards per game and see what they can do against this Lindsay Holy Family defense. Back deep for Mullen, Taylor Spencer and Stephen Dent. And kicking into the wind, into the end zone for a touchback. Fantastic kick for Lindsay Holy Family, and off to a good start indeed, the Bulldogs. The 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships on NETV Sports, made possible in part by the financial contributors to Nebraskans for Public Television. You too can help support your state NPTV by calling toll-free 800-634-6788. You can also join NPTV over the internet. Log on to our network website at mynptv.org, click membership, and follow the prompts. If you're enjoying our high school football championship coverage, join NPTV today. On the fake, the quarterback, Travis Young, with the keep from the 15 to the 19-yard line. A pickup of 4 for the offensive Mullen. And let's take a look at who are the starters. The names of these young men: Travis Young, Zach Renninger, and Stephen Dent, the backs and receivers. And along the offensive line, a couple of big guys up on the front line: Taylor Spencer, Travis Cooley, Anthony Dibler, David Cray, and Josh Cole on that offensive line. And flags fly before this one gets started. Our first penalty flag of the day thrown here with 8:07 remaining in the first quarter.
And talking with Lindsay Holy Family head coach Rusty Rottenberg earlier today, we asked him about how they're going to deal with Stephen Dent, the great runner from Mullen, and he said, well, we've got a few new things. Our corners a little bit, Kevin, and maybe show them a little bit different pictures. So we'll see if that all unveils here as Mullen comes to the line of scrimmage.
Second down and a yard to go. Right up the middle after the penalty, a first down. Zach Renninger moving right up the field and gets a first down. Let's take a look at the defense now for Lindsay Holy Family. Casey Bender, Jeff Bender, Jerry Clausen on that defensive line for the Bulldogs of Lindsay Holy Family. And the backs and linebackers, Tyler Kurtenbach, Brian Wegener, Andy Pfeiffer, Michael Kurtenbach, and Jeff Jarecki. First down and 10, ball at the 27-yard line, and the toss play to Dent. Banged hard at the 29-yard line, falls forward for an extra yard, but Brian Wegener with a big hit for Lindsay Holy Family. And earlier today we talked with Mike Brown about his quarterback, Travis Young.
He's a good kid. He's tough. He got some good people in front of him. Sees the field well. And use him.
Second and 7 from the 30-yard line. The give to Renninger, the fullback, and good tough running for Renninger as he's a yard shy of the first down. Takes it to the 36-yard line. It'll be third down and short for the Broncos.
Running a bit of a fullback counter over to the right-hand side over there behind Travis Cooley. Renninger on the year, 80 carries for 836 yards. He's been a workhorse, that is. And so far, Kevin, it makes that fullback into the picture quite well. Maybe using Dent a little bit as a decoy here in the early going.
Renninger also with 836 yards rushing on the year, so he's no slouch in the running category. Fumble on the play. Ball still loose on the field. A lot of Bulldogs down there. The Bulldogs thinking they have it. Officials unstacking the pile, and it will be Lindsay Holy Family football. Third and short, and Mullen fumbles, and the Bulldogs get it back on the turnover. A huge break for Lindsay Holy Family.
Handoff here to Dent, 21, heading to the left side there. Somebody just got a hand in there. And very alertly, Holy Family is there to recover right at midfield, and a golden opportunity to get going again.
First down and 10 from the 38-yard line. And a big chance here for Lindsay Holy Family. They'll line the backs up and the eyes set. First down and 10 from the 38. And the give to Jarecki. Finds a few yards over on that left side. Tackle out there by Taylor Spencer and Josh Cole.
Mullen defense really stacked up in there. This time they had a wide receiver out to the left at Holy Family. And coverage out there. But otherwise, everybody in the black and yellow colors stacked up in that defense to try to stop the run.
Second down and 7. Pfeiffer, fumble on the play, ball loose on the field. Mullen may have it. Looked like a couple of Broncos had the first shot at it. We'll see what happens when they unstack the pile, and Mullen recovers the fumble. So right back over to the Broncos, the turnover. Back in business.
Looked like Trent Zimmerman underneath it all, Kevin, with the football. Junior. He's had a good year tackling, 53 tackles on the year, but he makes his first fumble recovery of the year, and a big one indeed. And early game jitters here, I think, accounting for the turnovers we've seen.
From the 36-yard line, first down and 10. Young to throw. This is a rarity. Fires it out, tip pass, juggled and intercepted. Jeff Jarecki with the pick, and now they're going to say no, incomplete.
Intercepted.
They're saying incomplete pass. Jarecki had it look like an interception. Let's see if we can tell.
Watch this. You won't see many of these from the Mullen offense as their quarterback, Young, fires it up. Ball was indeed tipped.
Boy.
Maybe he didn't have control when he hit the ground. I'm not sure, Kevin. We couldn't see his back was to us, but Mullen retains possession.
The toss to Dent. Fighting for yardage, and he picks up about 3. Maybe Larry Putney had a better view.
It really was a great call. I'm on the far sideline, Mullen's sideline, and from this angle you could see as he was falling, it rolled out of his hand, hit the turf, and it kind of picked it up off the turf on his thigh and rolled over and obviously held it up. But a great call. It was incomplete.
That's why we have Larry Putney down on the sidelines. Eagle Eye Larry is what we like to call him on the crew. Third down and 7 from the 39-yard line. Mullen trying to put a drive together, trailing 6-0 midway through this first quarter. And the toss to the left side. Dent looking for running room. He'll find none. Oh, what a stick leveled on him. The Lindsay Holy Family defense just pounding, and the ball was fumbled, recovered by Lindsay Holy Family. Another turnover back to Lindsay.
Boy, what a great play by Casey Bender at the end over here, Kevin, down below us. He kept that play inside. Dent was trying to get outside, but Bender would not let him get outside. He turned everything in, and then people flowed inside and made the hit. Good job by Bender.
From and the Bulldogs back to work again. Pfeiffer to throw. Pump fake, now he's going to run. Caught from behind by Josh Call after a pickup of 2.5 yards.
Secondary that time, wide receivers and receivers crossing deep in the middle. There were 3 defenders back there with the 2 receivers going deep. They had them well covered, and that's why you saw Pfeiffer head upfield and then Call ran him down from behind. So well done in the secondary by the Mullen defenders.
From the 38-yard line, 2nd down and 8. Play fake. Pfeiffer in trouble down. Boy, quick penetration from Anthony Deibler. Hardly a chance for Pfeiffer to look over the defense, and Deibler was dropping him on the turf.
Very quick off the football is Deibler. He's a senior at 6'4", 260, moves very well. And you'll see him move right around the block here. Here comes that lead the block, and Deibler goes right around him. That's excellent, excellent quickness by Anthony Deibler.
Shotgun on 3rd and 9 from the Mullen 39-yard line. Shovel pass, nothing doing. Sniffed out beautifully. Jarecki had no chance. Big David Cray read that play and ended it for a 1.5 yard loss.
David Cray, a senior at 6'2" and 290 pounds. He has this one. Well, he hasn't diagnosed very well. There you saw, again, Bender trying to make the block on Cray, not able to knock him down. And he makes the play. Good job by Cray. Cray headed to talking to Shadman State about potential college plans for next year.
Kurtenbach will punt into the wind. Dent back deep to return. Pretty good punt into that wind. Dent at the 11. Trying to find a lane, and there's just not much there. Downfield coverage. Family, and Mullen will start deep in their own end, trailing 6-0. With 3:03 remaining in this first quarter, in a turnover-filled first quarter for both of these teams. I think you're right, Aid. You have to account for some of these pregame jitters, and I think that's what we're seeing from both teams.
You would think Lindsay Holy Family would be okay with that. They've been here before. They played in this stadium. It is an awesome experience for a high school youngster to come and play here, but sometimes it will get to you. As Mullen breaks the huddle, they're ready to go.
From the 18, 1st down and 10. Young on the keep, picks up 3 to the 21-yard line. Travis Young, the quarterback. They've run that play a couple of times, and Dent right now is more of a decoy than he is a running back.
Yeah, they really, I think he's run the ball 3 times, had a couple of fumbles, and basically they've used him just as a decoy to faked it that time, to fake the pitch, and then their quarterback Travis Young just keeps the ball, goes over that right side. 2nd down and about 7 now.
Travis Young right up the middle with a fullback and a hole for Renninger to run through, and he's close. And they've had good success on the quick hit up the middle with the fullback.
Wide open right here. Excellent blocking. Look at that hole clear out. And now Andy Pfeiffer is going to save the touchdown right there. He comes up and makes the hit. Kevin told you earlier on that Pfeiffer will be on the field for probably every play this afternoon. So Andy Pfeiffer not only playing the good quarterback, but also that safety spot, 130 tackles, leads the team this year.
3rd down and short, fumbled snap. Young picks it up, and he is going to be awfully close to a 1st down, maybe about half a yard shy.
Maybe anticipating just a little bit there to try to get an edge. Loses the handle on the football. Sticks, they're going to come out.
We'll bring in the chains and measure for this 1st down. Get all the inside information on the Huskers after the Colorado game on Big Red Wrap-Up Tuesday, December 2nd, live at 7 p.m. It's a complete review of the game with highlights, discussion, Huskers Illustrated's Rick Shaw on recruiting, and most importantly, you. Join Adrian Fiala and me for our next Big right here on NETV, Nebraska's home for sports. About a foot short, and Mike Brown now with a decision to make.
Well, you would think with an offense that runs up about 375 a game that you could make about 10 inches. Stephen Dent probably makes 10 inches up in his sleep every night running the football. Let's see what they do here, Kevin.
4th down and that 10-inch margin short. Young, the give to the fullback. He didn't get it. He did not get it. Jarecki pounding into the backfield and pounding the fullback Renninger for a loss. Lindsay Holy Family with a huge stand.
Jarecki on the hit. He's made a number of tackles, 54 this year. Watch this here. He just guessed right immediately and came in immediately and stopped Renninger on the play. Sometimes you guess right and you get the big play, and that's what Jarecki did. 54 tackles on the year, a couple of sacks, and that's a big tackle right there because that gives his team great field position.
Yard line of Mullen, 1st down and 10. The give to Jarecki over the right side, bowls over one tackler. Young able to hang on after the initial hit and drop him inside the 20-yard line.
And what a play like that does is it really sparks your team up also, Kevin. You come back out on offense and you're ready to go again as Jarecki bowls over the would-be tackler there, picks up about 2 more yards after the contact. But a play like that really kind of gets the blood flowing and puts your team in a better perspective.
2nd and 2 right now. The Bulldogs feeling awfully good, leading 6-0 and on the move again after the big defensive stand. The fullback up the middle, Tyler Kurtenbach, has the 1st down near the 15-yard line of Mullen. And Lindsay Holy Family moving the chains, trying to take advantage of some Mullen miscues and a 4th down defensive stand that gave them the ball back in great shape.
Defense, up to defense right now as Lindsay Holy Family is threatening here at about the 16-yard line. Momentum going here in this football game right now.
Leading at 6-0, waning moments of this first quarter. 1st down and 10 from the 16. The give to Jarecki over the right side, inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. For Jeff Jarecki, the junior tailback, he had over 1,200 yards rushing on the year, and I'm sure a lot of them on runs like this.
Running over Wegener and Bender over there on the right side, Kevin. Just a power play off tackle. And Travis Young there, a touchdown-saving tackle. Otherwise, Holy Family in the end zone again.
From the 9-yard line, 2nd down and 3. Lindsay Holy Family trying to pound this one in. They go up the middle with the fullback Kurtenbach, and a 1st down on 2nd and short. 1st and goal from the 5 now for the Bulldogs of Lindsay Holy Family, and they are doing it on the ground right up the middle.
Well, Larry put it right on the head earlier on, Kevin. He said these guys aren't afraid of anybody. They beat the number 4, number 3, and number 1. And they are having their way right now, playing very, very well.
And at the end of 1 quarter in the D2 state championship, they lead the number 2 team in the state as well. Lindsay Holy Family 6, Mullen nothing. 2nd quarter next.
Bryan LGH West is bringing advanced neuroscience technology to Nebraska, offering the state's first gamma knife radiosurgery to non-invasively treat brain tumors and severe facial pain, and working with Nebraska's only physician specially trained in coiling for brain aneurysms. Just 2 examples of our commitment to neuroscience care for Nebraskans and our neighbors. Bryan LGH, the first name in healthcare.
Brought to you by Nebraska's beef producers.
NETV sports coverage of the 2003 Nebraska State High School. As we start this, Holy Family setting up First and goal from the Mullen 5-yard line. Leading it 6-0. Pfeiffer, the quarterback, fumbles the snap. Ball popped right back into his hands, and he pushed it forward for a half-yard. That's a fortunate bounce.
Yeah, maybe we need Larry to check the temperature of the football down there. Look at it again, and the ball just pops out of there right at the snap. No chance at all for the quarterback there.
Looked like it hit the helmet of Kurtenbach and bounced right back into his hands.
Kind of got the clubhouse helmet bounce that time, Kevin.
Well, when you've been here before, as Lindsay Holy Family was a year ago, you start to get accustomed to the bounces of the field and your teammates' helmets and all that. Second and goal from the 5. On the option, Jarecki in the backfield. He's dropped for a loss. Good penetration by Taylor Spencer. That threw off the whole play.
Threw off the whole play just as the action up front accounted for the pitch. Again, they made 5. Now watch here. The Ed's going to close. That's Josh Call. He closes down very quickly, makes him pitch the ball to Jarecki immediately, and then lets everybody else take care of things after that. So good work by Call there on the pitch side of it.
Third down and goal from the 5. Pfeiffer. They go up the middle to Kurtenbach, and he stopped 2 yards shy of the touchdown. And again, the Mullen defense stiffening down in the red zone.
Travis Cooley there along with Travis Young. They combined to make that play. Young underneath it all, or check it, Cooley underneath it all, beg your pardon, and then Young came to help just at the right time because it looked like he was going to go in for the touchdown, but it didn't happen because of Young's help on the play.
Timeout taken by Lindsay Holy Family. Rusty Rottenberg wants to talk things over with his troops as they face a critical 4th down and goal from the 2-yard line, leading 6-0. This is a big play for both of these teams. I don't need to tell you why. Mullen, though, has their backs pressed against the wall in this state championship. That road that much harder.
Absolutely, Kevin. As you said earlier on, they were behind only once. Or check it, Mullen only behind once earlier in the year. And if they go down by 14 right now, again, puts a different perspective on the football game as you take a look there at Mike Brown, trying to figure out how they're going to stop this 4th down play by Lindsay Holy Family.
The Bronco defense and a 1st and goal from the 5 to contend with. It's now 4th and goal from the 2. They've done their job. Let's go downstairs quickly to Larry Putney.
This was in the huddle. Look for the pass.
Boy.
They've been having good luck over Bender. I thought maybe they might look at Jarecki going over Bender, but we'll see right here.
Pfeiffer has
Tight
thrown
formation.
12 touchdown passes this year. 4th down and goal from the 2. And he will throw. Pressure coming up the middle. Lobs it over. Tipped and incomplete. Mullen was ready for it. The pressure up the middle forced the early throw and a big defensive stand for the Mullen Broncos.
Pressure by Zach Deibler coming up. Anthony Deibler coming right up at the quarterback. Pfeiffer putting a lot of pressure, trying to get the football to Tyler Kurtenbach, but too much pressure there, way off balance. The throw was too high, batted down in addition, so Mullen stiffens and takes over.
1st down and 10 from their own 2-yard line. And right up the middle, they work it with Stephen Dent, and Dent pulls over Jarecki at the 6-yard line and takes it out to the 8-yard line. Good carry by Dent, his best carry of the day.
Dent, not only a tremendous football player, but also, Kevin, an accomplished rodeo performer. Rodeo, a big activity out in western Nebraska, especially in the Mullen area. A lot of those young fellows, I'm sure, also involved in all various forms of rodeo.
2nd down and 4 from the 8. Dent. And to use the rodeo term, he's hog-tied at the 10-yard line after a pickup of maybe a yard.
Jeff Bender on the action there. Hitting going on, as we just saw right there with Bender. Bender, again, able to move away from the block, work off the block, and get in the backfield and make the tackle. Creates about a 3rd down and a couple of yards to go here.
9:20 remaining in this first half. 6-0 Lindsay Holy Family. Mullen trying to get their potent rushing attack off the ground here. Dent up the middle. Flags are down, and Dent will have a first if the play stands. But let's check the officials, see what this flag's all about.
Little toss pitch to Dent on the play, and Jarecki there.
Flag against the Broncos of Mullen for holding, so scratch that 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and long now for Mullen.
Sort of plays that you saw Mike Brown right there, the Mullen, the head coach. The kind of things that make the mustache a little grayer is what they do, because he was either close to or had the first down, Kevin, as you mentioned, and now it's going to be third down and about 7 or 8 yards to go.
5-yard line, and it is second down. They need to get it out between the 12 and 13 yard lines for a first, so we'll call it 3rd and 7. 6-0, Lindsay Holy Family leading. Mullen trying to dig out of a hole. And they go with the fullback. Renninger breaks one tackle, but he's short of the first down by 2.5 yards. 4th down coming for Mullen. And if they kick, they'll kick into a stiff breeze.
Brian Wegener was the young man, Kevin, who came through the line, had the first shot at the ball carrier. Renninger missed him, but what he did do is he slowed him down and gave his teammates an opportunity to make the tackle and create the 4th down situation. 4th and 3, Mullen will kick.
Taylor Spencer averaged 31 yards per punt this year, a quick kick. It'll bounce at the 30, take a good Mullen roll, and it'll be down near the midfield stripe, and that's where Lindsay Holy Family starts their next possession, leading 6-0. NETV wants to help you navigate through the maze of college planning. Destination College follows 3 Nebraskans as they begin the college selection process. This documentary highlights the resources you need in pursuing a higher education. Nebraska Connects, Destination College, Monday night at 9:30 Central Time on NETV. From the Mullen 39, 1st down and 10. Kurtenbach going up the middle. He'll pick up good yardage right up the middle to the 34-yard line. Travis Young among those in there on the stop.
Tackle the play by number 13, Travis Young. Number 54, David Craig.
Doc Schumacher in, and you see Tyler Kurtenbach kind of hobbling off to the sideline. Boy, they can't afford to lose that young man. He's been running tough today.
One of their premier runners, great defensive player.
Right up the middle, they try to work it with Jarecki, and he is stood up at the line of scrimmage. Good push from that Mullen D-aid.
You bet, Kevin. They're big up front there. As Travis Cooley that time right in the middle of things at 215 pounds. He, along with David Cray, at 290 pounds, they anchor the middle of that Mullen defense.
3rd down and 5, 34-yard line. Pfeiffer to Jarecki, and no first down there. Nothing to be found as he is shoved back. Good surge again. Coming up to help at the end of the play, Travis Young, and at the bottom of the pile, you'll find Stephen Dent. And he stacks him up 3 yards, 4 yards shy of a first.
Dent there along with David Cray. Also Taylor Spencer, number 20. He had a little hand in the play as that defensive line of Mullen, again, does the job and creates a 4th down. A 4th down at about 4, but Holy Family will go.
4th down and 4 from the 33 of Mullen. Pfeiffer to throw. Got some time, throws it out, tipped away and incomplete. Coverage out. Jack Renninger intended for Michael Kurtenbach.
You see Renninger there, number 33, and you'll watch as Pfeiffer looking right, covered that way, come back left, and Renninger almost gets the interception, Kevin. And if he does get it, goodbye.
Well, not a lot of blue and white in front of him, just a lot of green, and a timeout's going to be taken by Lindsay Holy Family. They had some confusion in getting personnel on the field, and they'll need to talk things over. And Larry Putney has a report, I believe, on Tyler Kurtenbach on the Lindsay Holy Family sideline.
Kurtenbach should be back in the game next offensive series for Holy Family. Just banged up his ankle, twisted a little. They went through all their requisite tests of the ankle and said, we'll tape you up. You'll be back out there shortly.
He's a tough guy. He'll be out there. This is the state championship final, guys. Got to play.
Well, if you'd like a VHS copy or DVD of the game you're seeing today, log on to mynptv.org and click on the sports link or call 1-800-228-4630. NETV for sports.
And Kevin, talking about playing, I think you and I would both agree, although you've got your own opinion. So But, you know, we do a lot of all-star games, and when we read bios from players, they talk about great experiences in their high school career. And I'll bet you the majority of what we read talks about playing here in this championship game, playing in this stadium specifically. They all characterize it as being just a tremendous experience. And, you know, for a lot of guys, it's the only time they're ever going to do this. And what a great deal it is for these youngsters and coaches both to be out here as we look at Rusty Rottenberg right there, the head coach at Lindsay Holy Family.
Well, I would certainly disagree with you on some things, but not on that. You're exactly right. That is always talked about, the chance to play at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln for the coaches and the players. Dent gets the carry, trying to get it to the outside, but he cannot get away from Casey Bender. Good speed on that defensive end spot from Bender.
And watch what happens here if we do see it again. David Craig trying to make the block on Bender. He cannot get it done. As 64, watch 64 come out there and make the block. I check it, I beg your pardon, that's 84. Joe Mundorf making the block. Bender working off that block and stopping the play for very little gain.
2nd down and 8. Dent will try up the middle, and he'll pick up more than he did on his first carry, but still well short of his average. Lindsay Holy Family, at least to this point, they're bottling up Stephen Dent. He is not averaging anywhere close to the nearly 12 yards per carry that he averaged during the year.
First quarter, he averaged just 2.3, so that is indeed significant with respect to Holy Family's defense. Kevin doing a tremendous job to stop Stephen Dent. 4 carries for 9 yards in the first quarter.
3rd down and 3 from the 39-yard line of Lindsay Holy Family. The toss play to Dent. Blockers out in front, and he's got the first down to the 34-yard line. Move the chains, the Mullen Broncos trying to mount a scoring drive here midway through this second quarter.
Joe Mundorf, the end, 84. Jerry Clausen just about gets it done, but Clausen gets that right arm in there, makes the tackle, but the first down picked up. So Mundorf just enough on the block to take care of Clausen to create the way for the first down.
From the 34-yard line of Lindsay Holy Family, 1st down and 10. Dent got away. Some running room now for Dent. Sheds another tackle, and he's going to go all the way in for 6. What a run from Stephen Dent for the score.
Right up the middle, right over Deibler and Craig. And Holy Family in the blitz that time. They blitzed their middle backer. And Mullen able to catch them in the blitz. And I tell you what, you know, when you have a back that can run like that and you run the blitz, that's the risk you run into. And he ran right into that vacated area right up the middle and shook that tackler downfield and put his team back in the football game.
His 41st touchdown of the year, and now the 2-point conversion for the lead, and Dent is in. And just like out in front, they lead Lindsay Holy Family 8-6, and Mike Brown and the Broncos very happy with the touchdown run from Stephen Dent.
Watch 42 right in the middle there. He's coming on the blitz. He runs by the play, almost had the tackle on Dent. Should have had a tackle right there. Should Holy Family actually, Kevin, he shook 2 tackles in that process and puts his team again, as I said, back in the football game. Then not only that, he gets the 2-point conversion. Boy, what great balance by Stephen Dent.
That was a fantastic run by that young man. 41 touchdowns on the year.
41. He was All-State last year. I presume he will be All-State this year, All-District player. As pretty amazing factor here, every starter on Mullen's football team this year, Kevin, was an All-District player. That's pretty incredible, quite frankly. I don't know that's ever happened before. Maybe in some other reaches, but not around here. That's tremendous. As Mike Brown is pondering his next move, the head coach at Mullen.
I would imagine on offense that Stephen Dent some more if he can get more runs like that. Kickoff coming. Taken at the 5-yard line. Right up the middle. Running room. Pfeiffer sets him up in great shape at the 36-yard line. And you won't see it too often. The quarterback running back the kick, and he runs it back to the 36.
It's really interesting how they return here. He waits, he sets up. He really doesn't blast up through there. He waits and sets up and then goes. And you just saw 42, Jeff Durecki, trying to block Travis Cooley, the last man available for a tackle. And Pfeiffer kind of cut to the left. Maybe going right would have been the way to go, but that's okay. He got the football to midfield and ready to go again.
From the 36, 1st down and 10. Pfeiffer setting up the screen. trying to find running room, Jarecki. And a pretty good run after the catch by Jeff Jarecki. And earlier today, we talked with Rusty Rottenberg about the strength of his Lindsay Holy Family Bulldog squad.
Well, hopefully we run the ball well. That's what we really rely on. Although our passing game this year has probably been better than it has been for a few years. So we're able to throw the ball. We've got good receivers. We're able to get the ball to them. But it comes down to it. I think we need to be able to run the ball well if we're going to have a chance.
37-yard line of Mullen, 2nd and 3. They have run the ball pretty well today so far. And they certainly do have a chance, down just 2. And not a lot of running room there, though. The Mullen Bronco defense quick into the backfield. Travis Cooley and Josh Call leading the way.
Cooley, very nice move on the snap of the football. He's number 63 here at the top of the screen. Good move to skirt everybody and make the tackle. Cooley, honorable mention, All-State last year. Good size, 5'11", 215. He's a senior, as you see.
3rd down and 4 from the Mullen 38. The toss play to Jarecki. Tripped up, short of the first down. Taylor Spencer from his middle linebacker spot, and it's 4th down and 3.
Taylor Spencer, nice job right there. Junior 180-pounder as Jarecki is moving to the outside. And Spencer, it's a little bit of a gap there in the offensive line as far as the blocking goes. He was able to take that and make the tackle from his linebacker spot.
4th down and 3, and a punt coming up. Tyler Kurtenbach to punt it away for the Bulldogs. Angle punt, trying for the sideline, and it goes out of bounds. Not exactly where Kurtenbach wanted it to go out, though, as it's out near the 18-yard line. 1st down and 10 yards to go for Mullen.
Trying to get the football down just a little bit further, but they'll take that punt. Their defense will try to stop the Mullen group again. Not much success the last series, but overall today, Kevin, they have had good success against a very powerful.
From the 18-yard line, 1st down and 10, 3:12 remaining in this second quarter. Mullen leading at 8-6. Young, fumble on the play. Ball loose on the field, and we'll wait for the official word. It's Lindsay Holy Family football. Big mistake by the Broncos deep in their own end. Another turnover back to Lindsay Holy Family.
It's been a hot item today, and I'm talking not about news, but the football itself. Is ball skirts out of there. Travis Young and Zach Reniger cannot make the exchange properly. And white jerseys all over the football. In great position again, momentum, Holy Family.
Brian Wegner recovers the fumble for Lindsay Holy Family. 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Jarecki on the toss, trying to get the corner, and he's run out of bounds inside the 15, down near the 13-yard line.
Travis Young on the defense here, giving chase. Pressure right there. And now Jarecki trying to get to the sidelines. A little bit of a stiff arm there to put the tackler away. That was Travis Young that he stiff armed, but just enough by Young to get him moving towards the sideline and get him out of bounds.
From the 13 of Mullen, it's 2nd and 6. 2:59 remaining in this first half. Lindsay Holy Family trying to regain the lead. Jarecki up the middle again. A little gain as he takes it from the 13 down near the 11.
David Cray on the tackle. He's a big one, 290 pounds, number 64. Honorable mention All-State last year. I presume will be somewhere in that category or better this year. He's had a great year.
We were watching Mullen go through warm-ups, and everybody goes through pass warm-ups, and watching Cray run a slant route is an interesting observation.
It's fun.
Maybe not for him. He didn't look like he was having fun. On the toss, nothing doing. Mullen's defense, we were told before the game it's a bend but don't break defense. They may have bent, but they certainly didn't break here.
Taylor Spencer, again, we mentioned his name a lot here in the early going in this football game. He's right behind the referee there underneath. He is the guy who came from the backer spot, got to the shoe tops of the ball carrier and made the tackle. Great job by Taylor Spencer. He's a senior. 41 tackles on the year coming into this game.
4th down and 3. Lindsay Holy Family going for the first. Pfeiffer to throw. Screen pass. Jarecki had to wait on it, and that cost him the first. Back over to the Mullen offense.
Guess who, Kevin?
No surprise.
Taylor Spencer again, number 20. Good call right here. Pass to Jarecki. Unfortunately, he was turned around. If he could maybe hit him on stride, he had a little bit better chance to do something with the football. But you just saw Spencer take off there across your screen there and make the tackle along with help from Stephen Dent. Great job by the Mullen defense.
He's playing a middle linebacker spot just like you're supposed to play it, too.
You bet.
He is all over the field. 1st down and 10 from the 10. A minute 39 remaining in this first half. Mullen leading by 2, and they go right back to the ground game again. Dent wriggles forward near the 15-yard line. 4-5-yard gain on 1st down, and now a timeout taken by Mullen with a minute 29 remaining in this second quarter. That is their first charged timeout.
Need to get your offense in tune here with a minute 29 and make sure you have a specific series of plays that you're ready to go with, as Mike Brown there coaching his team, giving them a little encouragement. But with 1:29 to go, and they're down by a couple of points here. Or check it. They're up by a couple of points. I'm looking at the wrong board here.
We invite you to stop by our website, mynptv.org. You can hit the sports section of the website, check out Big Red Wrap-Up. In fact, you can watch Big Red and in person if you missed the show. They are archived there on mynptv.org. You can learn all about what we do at Nebraska ETV in the sports realm. It's a fun website. We invite you to check it out when you're surfing the net. You can even become a member of Nebraskans for Public Television right there on the website. But you really need to check it out. Go on the web today after the game and find out more at mynptv.org. Encourage you to do that after the game, not during the game. Don't want you to leave right now. Feel free to check it out in between our D2 and D1 games today. 2nd and 5 from the 15. Young on the keeper, looking for the first down yardage, and he's very close to it. About a half yard, perhaps shy of the first. With the spot, it'll be 3rd down, and they may bring out the chains.
I think he may have gotten it, Kevin. It looks, put the glasses on it, it looks very, very.
If he didn't, he's about a half an inch short.
Yeah, no more than that.
He'll pull the chains, and
there you got it.
It is a 1st down.
Running that fake toss to Stephen Dent. The quarterback, Travis Young, just comes off the ball and fakes the pitch to Stephen Dent, and then tucks it up under there and tries to go off the left tackle and pick up yardage. He did that for a 1st down.
8-6 Mullen leading. They have a 1st down at the 21-yard line. The toss to Dent. Little running room as he dives forward to the 27-yard line. A 6-yard gain. And a timeout taken by Mullen. They have one left. Still a long way from a score. The Mullen Broncos trying to break one of those runs. They have the capability, of
you bet,
any one of those runs going the distance, as we saw earlier from Dent.
Stephen Dent has the ability, good speed, good broken field or open field movement that he uses to avoid tacklers. Moves very well, so they do have that capability, as Mike Brown is, again, giving his team encouragement, saying, guys, we got a minute 2 left here. We can get it done. Let's go for it.
Dent, by the way, already over 1,000 yards rushing in the playoffs. He has scored now 19 touchdowns in the playoffs and 138 points in the playoffs. That is all of those records, by the way, and all of those numbers are just staggering.
Makes me tired just to read them.
Over 1,000 yards rushing in the playoffs. I mean, that's a fantastic run.
He had the playoff series record coming in, Kevin, and he's just adding to that today.
2nd down and 4 from the 27. The fullback Renninger looking for running room, and he breaks a tackle. Another tackle, and he's inside Lindsay Holy Family territory at the 39-yard line. Great run from the fullback.
Renninger, as we said earlier, 830 yards coming into the play, and just a great block. I believe that was Spencer coming from that end spot. to make that block to lead the play as Mullen on the move.
Running room again for Dent. Down the sideline. Dent is knocked out of bounds back at the 13-yard line. Touchdown saving stop by Andy Pfeiffer, but a big gain on the play for Dent and the Broncos.
Well, once he sees that end zone, he's ready to go. Here comes Reniger leading the block. There's a good block right there on 88. Don't know the number of the guy that made that block, but tremendous block on number 88, Clausen. Now it's off to the races, we think, as Dent. Well, they said he stepped out.
Boy, that was very close.
Very close.
From the 13, first down and 10. Reniger nowhere to go. This time Tyler Kurtenbach all over that play and a flag down at the line of scrimmage.
Clock will stop here as we sort things out. Holding on the Mullen offense. A little momentum going here as they build up. 39 seconds left in the first half.
Back it up again. And that may come back. You never know.
Yeah.
We will see as they mark off the holding penalty. And a timeout on the field as they get it reset. Both teams. And a timeout taken by Mullen. It is their third timeout taken.
Harrison, Nebraska cheers for the Mullen Broncos. All right, and the Zimmermans got a message behind that.
I tell you,
nicely done.
I tell you this every time that we do games anywhere. If you make an NETV sign, there's an awfully good chance it's going to get found, and there's a real good chance you're going to get on TV. And that man knew it.
Mullen's offense very interesting. Of course, we've talked about Stephen Dent, but a lot of what happens because of the fellows up front. They have a great offensive line, and we've seen some really good lead blocks by Taylor Spencer, one of the ends, and Josh Call. Spencer in particular will pull and lead the play the opposite way. So Taylor Spencer very quick, and we mentioned his name on defense a lot. He has played very well on defense and doing a very good job blocking on offense also, as Mullen is ready to go with 39 left here.
First down and 20 from the 23-yard line. Dent the lone setback. He goes in motion, an empty backfield. Young to throw. In trouble. Young gets away, lobs it up, and it's intercepted. Threw it up for grabs, and Jarecki grabbed it. And a turnover back to Lindsay Holy Family.
Jeff Bender had a hold of Young on the play as Travis Young trying to break free. See Bender 99 right there. Now Young fakes the throw right there. It's going to go with it right now, but now Bender is going to catch up and throws him off just enough to create the interception by Jarecki.
Second pick of the year for Jeff Jarecki, and now with 29 seconds in this first half, Lindsay Holy Family with one timeout in their pocket. They'll throw. Pfeiffer steps up, hit as he throws, and the pass is incomplete.
You guys got a block!
He got drilled.
More pressure again. Travis Cooley. He has been a major factor on that defensive line for Mullen today, and he pressured Pfeiffer that time on the play and created a sort of a rolling pass, a short pass that was way short because of that pressure put on by Cooley.
Got a good one going here as we near halftime in the D2 State Championship. Mullen leading 8-6. Second down and 10. Quarterback keeper Pfeiffer right up the middle, and he'll take it to the 23-yard line, and Lindsay Holy Family may be content to just let this half roll out.
That would appear to be the case, Kevin, as it all winds down here. They're going to let her go and regroup at halftime and come back and see if they can win a state championship.
It's up for grabs in the D2 championship game. Mullen, the has been stymied somewhat. Turnovers, though, the story of this first half for both teams, as Mullen leads at halftime by 2. And let's go down to the sidelines. Larry Putney standing by with Mullen coach Mike Brown.
Coach, in that first quarter, 3 fumbles. You've had 4 turnovers in the first half. Are we seeing a little bit of jitters?
It must have been. I don't know what it is. We'd like to get it cured, but we just can't give them those many opportunities.
Are they doing anything to slow this offense?
No, they're just a good ball team, and they're playing outside on that, and we just got to, maintain our blocks and get up in there and run.
It seemed like early on you were not going to Dent as much, but in that second quarter you started to give them the ball a little more. More of that in the second half?
I think so. We're just going to take what's there.
Thanks very much. Good luck now. Back up to you guys.
Mullen with the lead, 8-6 at halftime at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, and we'll have much more from the D2 State Championship in a moment.
Oh, it's story time. We'll read the story about the big dog. Yes, on the way to school.
Always there when you need us. Nebraska Public Power District, together with your local public power utility.
Programming on NETV is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff. Soy biodiesel is a soy-based, clean-burning, renewable fuel that can be blended with petroleum diesel to help reduce America's dependence on foreign oil. Soy biodiesel, making a difference for soybean farmers and you.
Programming on NETV is made possible by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
These cost about $50. This costs about $57,000. Choosing to use these can help you avoid this. And a predictor of death than smoking, high blood pressure, and even heart disease. Using these more and this less could save you more than money. A message that's good to know from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
Be more connected with mymptv.org.
When I was a child, I thought as a child, I spoke as a child, and I acted as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things until I saw the Red Green Show.
Saturday night at 10:30 Central Time on NETV. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.
Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska, where Mullen leads Lindsay Holy Family 8-6. A good one going here in the D2 State Championship at halftime at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. And welcome back to Memorial Stadium. I'm Kevin Kugler. We're pleased to be with you today. We're pleased to be joined by Larry Mulring of the NSAA to talk a little bit about some of the other stuff that's been going on in the state. Cross country, fall sport, already in the books. Tell us how the meet went this year.
The meet went real well. The previous year we had a lot of snow and ugly weather, and we were fortunate enough to have a nice day for it. And University excellent job with the handling of the event, and the City of Kearney are great hosts, and the Chamber of Commerce and the Tourism and Convention Bureau. We are really appreciative of the work that they do for us.
How have you seen cross country grow in this state over the years? How has the NSAA been able to work and work with the cross country teams across the state to make this event even better?
I'm not an historian for the Nebraska school activities, but I do remember when we had 2 classes, and we now have 4, and the push is to add more. And our individuals are up. The number of teams that have teams that participate in cross country is up, and it's a sport that's growing.
Well, it was certainly an exciting meet, and a lot of great runners, a lot of great competitors at this meet. Talk about the winners first in the girls and then the boys.
In the girls division, we had, trying to remember, Omaha Marion was the team champion, and then we had Scottsbluff was York was Class B, Central City and Morrill in Class D. And on the boys' side, Kearney won. They were led by Colby Whistle, who won his 3rd consecutive state championship individually. In the Class B boys, Scottsbluff won a very close battle with Seward, and Chris Dunker from Beatrice was also a 2-time champion. And in Class C, Wahoo defeated Centennial, And in Class D, David City Aquinas beat Bertrand.
We've really seen in the state of Nebraska, and you're looking at some highlights of the 2003 cross-country meet for both boys and girls held out in Kearney just a few weeks ago. We've really seen some fantastic runners come through the state of Nebraska, and cross-country runners like Colby Whistle that you mentioned at Kearney, which has become, by the way, a real power in cross-country. And this is a real growth in the sport in this state, and you're now seeing college recruiters coming to Nebraska and picking off some of these great runners to go on and run in college levels.
Unfortunately, they're not staying in Nebraska. Our state is recognized as a power, as you say, and we have a lot of individuals that spend year-round running, and it's an excellent sport and an opportunity for them to participate.
Let's take a look again at the winners in both the girls and the boys. As you look at the boys' state finals, Kearney in Class A, Scotts Bluff in Class B, Wahoo in Class C, and Aquinas in Class D. Kearney, the team that wins it seems, every year in Class A. For the girls' state finals, you look at the numbers of the participants. Omaha Marion in Class A, your champion. York in Class B. Central City in Class D. And Morrill in Class D, rather. Central City in Class C, the champions in the girls' state cross-country finals. Larry Mollring of the NSAA. Larry, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
It is halftime in the Class D2 state championship game. Mullen leading Lindsay Holy Family 8-6 at the break.
Programming on NETV is provided in part by Education Quest Foundation. For over 15 years, Education Quest has planning services. These services include scholarship searches, student loan information, college selection, and help with completing financial aid application. Education Quest is located in Kearney, Lincoln, and Omaha. Appointments are available at 800-666-3721.
Bryan LGH West is bringing advanced neuroscience technology to Nebraska, offering the state's first gamma knife radiosurgery to non-invasively treat brain tumors and severe facial pain, and working with Nebraska's only physician specially trained in coiling for brain aneurysms. Just two examples of our commitment to neuroscience care for Nebraskans and our neighbors. Bryan LGH, the first name in healthcare.
First, it was baby steps, then the first day of kindergarten, and now college. But what college is best for your child, and how about the financial costs? Nebraska Destination College can help guide you and your college-bound child to the right choices about the many options available for their college education. Watch Nebraska Connects, Destination College.
Monday night at 9:30 Central Time on NETV. Be more connected with mymptv.org. You're watching NETV and NETV Digital Television, a service of Nebraska Educational Telecommunications.
Back at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, a beautiful day for football. You couldn't ask for anything better for the start of the 2003 State High School Football Championships. Kevin Kugler back with you at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. We're thrilled to be joined here at halftime by Stu Pospisil of the Omaha World Herald. Let's talk about, Stu, what we've seen, what you've seen in this first half today. A low score that have been putting up quite a few points this year.
Very much a defensive battle. I think Mullen came out a little bit of stage fright. Haven't been here with this group. Put the ball on the ground 3 times through a late interception. But Stephen Dent's starting to get a little bit of running room, and Holy Family might be kicking itself for not gaining any points out of those 2 red zone drives or kind of give-me's in the first half.
Stephen Dent's a heck of a running back.
He is. He's up over 2,300 yards this year, had almost 2,000 last year, only a junior. He's destined to be maybe the second leading rusher of all time in 8-man.
Let's take a look at some of the brackets, and first tonight's brackets in D1, the D1 brackets for tonight. As you look at the champions, Howells and Overton will play in this D1 state championship. Howells getting here through Cedar Bluffs and Falls City Sacred Heart, Overton through Arapahoe and Eustis Farnham. How do you see the matchup tonight?
Well, Howells is going to meet one of the bigger teams in 8-man 1. Overton has Orion Mathis, who's 298 pounds on the line. He's been instrumental in blocking for Charlie Radine, who's picked up about 1,600 yards. And Derek Bacon, who was lost to a knee injury after 2 games this year. And Overton maybe was written off by some, including myself, but they came back, knocked off Eustis Farnham a second time this year, and here they are in Lincoln.
For those who aren't familiar with 8-man football, there are 2 classes of 8-man football in Nebraska. You mentioned 8-man 1 and 8-man 2. That's D2 today and then D1 tonight. What's the difference between the two?
Basically, it's an enrollment cutoff. 8-man 2 is for the smallest schools playing 8-man ball in the state. 8-man 1's for the larger ones. And yesterday, the NSAA just set the upper limit as 83, which I'm not necessarily in agreement with. I think that if you're playing 8-man, you ought to be eligible for the state championships. I think our numbers are artificially low compared to other states that are playing 8-man around us. If you're 150 school, student school, you're not going to be playing 8-man football. You're going to be playing 11-man. So let everybody in and not have to worry about eligibility for playoffs or what have you. Let's just all play.
We're going to see a school tomorrow in Cambridge that is looking at. Are you going to see more schools that can go back and forth between the classes these days?
Unfortunately, that's what may happen with these cutoff numbers. Cambridge would like to stay 11. Practicality says they're going to have to go down to 8. Lawrence Nelson, who was here the past 2 years as 8-man or as C2 champion, is going to have to go down to 8-man. We could have 15 to 20 schools drop down to 8-man from C2 in the coming year or two because of enrollment shifts and drops. And the problem is you have to change your field. If you go up to 11-man, then you have to enlarge in the field. If you drop down, then you have to shrink it, and you have to change the lights and the goalpost and all that. So it's a little bit of a financial factor as well.
Stu Pospisil of the Omaha World Herald. Stu, enjoy the rest of the state championships. Thanks for being with us.
You're welcome. Everybody enjoy.
Stu Pospisil of the Omaha World Herald, great prep writer for the Omaha World Herald. We are at halftime. Mullen leading Lindsay Holy Family 8-6 here in the D2 state championships. Along with Adrian Fiala, Larry Putney, and our entire NETV sports production crew, I'm Kevin Kugler back at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska, where Mullen leads Lindsay Holy Family 8-6 here as we get ready to start this second half. Adrian, your thoughts on this first half gone by?
Well, Kevin, as you look at the numbers here, 7 fumbles in the first half, as Stu talked about at halftime, you talked about at halftime. Fairly sloppy in that regard. What really is amazing is that Mullen fumbled 4 times, lost 3. Interception involved, so they actually gave up the ball 4 times in the first half, but yet they lead 8-6, so that attests to their defense.
Larry Putney is standing by with the head coach of Lindsay Holy Family, Rusty Rottenberg.
Rusty, you won the toss, decided to take the ball to start the game, a decision that paid off. You marched down the field and scored. Talk about that decision.
Well, we just thought we wanted to see if we get some momentum going on offense. The way their offense goes up and down the field, we didn't really want to give them the ball right away, and if they happened to score and really put us in the hole early. So, we just thought that was the best decision.
They've been giving you a lot of opportunities. How important is it to capitalize on this?
It's really important. We should probably have another couple touchdowns. And I just think they're dominating on the line right now, and that's the difference in the game, really.
Thanks, Rusty.
He's exactly right, and that's what's turning the tide in this game is the domination up front.
Up front, and also the linebacker play that we talked about, Kevin. When you give the ball away 4 times in the first half to another team, and 2 of those in very good field position, and come away with just 6 points, that attempt and we've seen the excellent play on defense by Mullen. In specific, Taylor Spencer doing a great job, Travis Cooley a great job, and David Cray up front there also doing an excellent job. So it has been, it's been an interesting game in the first half, let's put it that way, as Holy Family gets hydrated and ready to go for our run here to see if they can pick up a championship.
Let's take a look at some highlights from that first half of action. You can take a look at the running of Jeff Jarecki, a big part of Lindsay Holy Family's success, but also a big problem connecting on opportunities in the red zone.
And there you see Travis Cooley, 63, mentioned into his name just a moment ago, and now Dent's off to the races here, and just gets by that. There's 2 tackles actually, shakes both of those tackles in for the touchdown. Stephen Dent, on the fumble that we saw. 1 of 7 fumbles we saw in the first half. Ooh. Travis Young trying to get loose here. Throws the interception. I believe it was Jarecki that got the interception. Yes, indeed, as he makes his way upfield.
And they're of the Mullen Broncos. They came up with some big red zone stands, and you see the numbers. No surprise that all of Mullen's offense has come on the ground, Aid, with 146 total yards.
Expected that to happen, but again, as you take a look at the fumbles and the fumbles lost, that is a key element here in this first half. A key element in that neither team really able to get it rolling in terms of offense, and for Mullen to be ahead after giving away the ball 4 times is incredible. In my estimation, Kevin, and we'll see if that continues here. Hopefully the ball handling will be a little bit better, and they'll hang on to the football a little bit better here in the second half. Mullen in the black and the yellow there. Mike Brown trying to get him ready to go for the second half.
Our score, Mullen with the 2-point lead, and because of the decision to take the ball off the toss at the beginning of the game, now Lindsay Holy Family has to boot it off to the Mullen Broncos here to start this second half.
See how that all works out in terms of strategy. Rusty Rottenberg, the head coach at Lindsay Holy Family, electing to take the ball in the first half. His team will give it up now. See if Mullen can use that to their advantage.
8-6 the score, and the kickoff taken at the 3-yard line, and a move to the right side. So Spencer breaking some tackles, has some running room, and Spencer out near the 35-yard line, and Mullen in good shape field position-wise to start their first drive of the second half.
Spencer had a 75-yard kickoff return for a touchdown earlier this year against Kennesaw in the playoffs, and he's looking for a spot here now to go. He finds a big crease right there. Outruns that tackle from the backside, but not that one there, but again gives his team a good field position.
First down and 10 from the 34, and a flag is down. And we'll see what this is all about as they send Mullen back a little bit. And it'll be illegal participation against the Mullen Broncos, and that'll march him back 5 yards. Much to the chagrin of Mike Brown.
Don't see that happen very often in high school, do you? I don't.
I wouldn't think, and not on the first play of the second half especially. Got a lot of time to get ready for that play. Down in 15 from the 29. The give to the fullback up the middle, and a big stick laid on Renninger, but he gets good yardage past the initial line of scrimmage, and a yard or so past that. 2nd and 8 coming up for Mullen. .11:33 and counting remaining in this third quarter. 2nd down and 8 from the 36-yard line as Mullen back to work with Travis Young, the quarterback. Renninger and Dent behind him. And the toss play to Dent. Trying to find some running room, and Dent is starting to really assert himself physically, breaking tackles and pushing bodies forward for a yard or two after contact.
Speaking of pushing bodies forward, watch 33. Renninger taking on 2 backers or 2 white jerseys over there on that far side. Zach Renninger on that lead play over the right side. It allowed Steve Dent to pick up about 6 yards on the play.
3rd down and 3 from the right up the middle. Renninger trying to find running room. He can't get away from Tyler Kurtenbach. Great tackle made by Kurtenbach. Maybe a half yard on 3rd down, and that's all for Renninger as Kurtenbach fought off a blockade and made the tackle.
Well, he's made 98 tackles coming into the ballgame today, Kevin. Tyler Kurtenbach. Big one right here, a little counter action. There you see Taylor Spencer coming from the end spot again from the left side all the way to the right side to try to lead the play out around the edge. Didn't happen. It creates a punt.
And Mullen will punt it away, trying to pin Lindsay Holy Family deep. Fair catch signal for to take a Mullen bounce inside the 5, and a good job of punting the football. by Taylor Spencer, pinning Lindsay Holy Family down at the 3-yard line. On Sunday, December 7th, see Nebraska like you've never seen it before. The first digital high-definition program produced in Nebraska, Widescreen Nebraska, will showcase events, majestic views, and wildlife famous to Nebraska. Widescreen Nebraska will take your breath away. It's something to see. Widescreen Nebraska, Monday night, December 7th at 8 Central Time, only on NETV. From the 3, passing out of his own end zone. Pfeiffer in trouble, and down he goes. Did he get rid of the ball in time? Let's see. They put the flag back in the pocket of the official, and they will say a safety. So they did not get rid of it in time. Pfeiffer tried to throw it away, but it's a safety, and Mullen leads at 10-6.
Josh Call came from the right side to put the pressure on. He indeed had his hands on the quarterback. The question is, was the arm going forward or not? And we'll get a good look at it right here. Josh Call come from the left side of your screen right there. Hits him right there. No, the arm was not going forward. He was on his way down. One more time as Call.
Yep.
I think the pass was an afterthought, Kevin. I think he knew he was in the end zone, and a good discretionary call by the referee.
Remaining in the third, and an unhappy Bulldogs sideline after the safety. And now the free kick coming up from the 15-yard line for Lindsay Holy Family. 10-6, Mullen now leading, and they'll get the ball back.
There were actually 2 actions on that play where the quarterback, he was hit, he was going down, and then he drew the ball back again and then tried to throw it at that point, and basically he was down at that point. And again, an afterthought as far as the pass goes, and now Lindsay Holy Family will give the ball up again to Mullen.
9:56 left in this third quarter, 10-6, Mullen leading. And the free kick coming up. Spencer and Dent back to return for Mullen. And Jerry Clausen will get ready to kick it off. So a big turning point in this game. And now the ball back into the hands of Mullen on a short kick. Dent takes it at the 24. And he is pounded, bounces away, and Dent moves it forward to the 36-yard line. What a hit he took back at the 28.
Kyle Clausen is the guy that did the pounding back there, number 80 for Lindsay Holy Family. Not able to make the tackle, but watch this collision right here. Probably the biggest hit of the game so far. Kaboom.
And Dent just spun away from it, moved it forward for 8 more yards.
You're talking about a guy that rides Broncos and things, so what the heck?
That didn't bother him. Up the middle for the fullback, a gain of a couple for Zach Renninger to the 38-yard line. 2nd and 8 now for the Mullen Broncos. Tackle made there by Jeff Jarecki.
Kevin, when you're riding saddle broncs and roping steers and everything else, that's just all in a day's work right there as far as the hit goes.
I'll have to take your word for that because, as you can tell, I've never been on a bareback Bronco. Busting Broncos is not what I do for fun.
I thought about it.
2nd and 8, and the toss to Call, or to Dent rather, goes a couple across the 40 down to the 39-yard line. Pickup of 3.
I went to the Exarban Rodeo once. That qualifies for the comment, but
you went?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. I went and watched, but those guys
close as I want to get to that action.
You know, some of the toughest guys in the world, I think, are the rodeo.
Oh, no question.
Rodeo, not clowns anymore, but the protectors. What do they call them? I don't know. Personal protectors?
Well, they need help. They're out there with a raging bull charging at them. 3rd and 5 to the 39. Fumble on the play, picked up by Dent. Bouncing away, and down he goes. Loss on the play of about 3 yards. And that pitch looked like it hit one of the backers. Let's see.
Yes, it did. It hit the lead blocker, Renninger, right on the backside. And Dent, concentration, focus. It's all there, and he picks up the football, saves another turnover by his team. But we have 4th down now as Mullen kicks it away.
Punt allowed to bounce inside the 10-yard line, and it'll roll out of bounds near the 8-yard line. So Mullen pinning Lindsay Holy Family inside their 10. Again, mark it at the 9. But Lindsay Holy Family defense doing exactly what they needed to do right there, Aid, and that's get a stop and force the punt back.
They did, and now it'll be up to Mullen to see if they can do the same thing on defense. They have really played excellent defense today. When you have to go out on the field, when your offense turns the ball over, you have to go out on the field, and you stop the other team, as they have, as Holy Family lines it up here.
From the 9-yard line, first down and 10. Pfeiffer the give, this time to Jarecki. No gain. Just great defensive penetration again. Stephen Dent in there, and of course, Taylor Spencer right there too.
I'm just going to call his name and number every. Yeah. Good trap, trying to run the trap play around the right side. Holy Family is, but Taylor Spencer and Stephen Dent both there to make sure that play goes nowhere.
David Cray also in there at the bottom of that pile, so certainly a team effort for the Mullen defense. 2nd and 9. Lindsay Holy Family with Jarecki over the left side and equally stacked up over there. Cray and Call in there on the stop. And Mike Brown, the head coach, earlier today talking about the defensive plan to stop this Lindsay Holy Family offense.
I think we have to control the line of scrimmage. I think we need to get them in a predictable situation where they're going to, it's 3rd and long, 2nd and long. Play action is always tough to defend.
Well, he's got him in 3rd and long right here. 3rd down and 9 from the 10-yard line. Pfeiffer gets rid of it over the middle, and it's intercepted. Stephen Dent with the pick at the 10, at the 5, touchdown. Touchdown, Stephen Dent, and the Broncos add to their lead.
And the pressure again by Josh Call. He pressured on the safety. He got the safety for his team. And now he pressures again. He pressures the quarterback Pfeiffer. Has a hold of him as he delivers the pass short. It's intercepted and creates a touchdown. The defense rises again for Mullen to add to the score already, Kevin. And now they're going to go for 2 one more time.
Leading it 16-6. Over the middle, catch is made, and the 2-point conversion is good. Taylor Spencer, he's done it all, and now he's caught the 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion for Mullen as they continue to climb the ladder, 18-6. Watch the pressure on the back end, number 40, right there. He has a hold and he does create. The interception as the ball is thrown about 4 yards short on the off to the races for Dent. His 4th interception on the year.
Then he shows off the skills that have made him one of the top running backs in the state as he motors in for 6, and it's 18-6. Mullen enjoying a very good 3rd quarter, but it's not keyed by the offense, which has been the story all year for Mullen. It's been keyed by their defense. A safety, an interception, return for a touchdown.
Absolutely, Kevin. The defense has been able to rise up here in the wake of a number of turnovers, which the offense had given over in the first half, and now they've stepped up here twice to create scoring opportunities for their team, and they have really risen to that occasion. As Mike Brown said earlier, let's go control the line of scrimmage, and they're doing that, and also coming with that blitz and making Lindsay Holy Family pay for it.
1,658 on hand today for this D2 state championship, and the kickoff goes out of bounds. Well, that's a quick way to get Lindsay Holy Family right back into things with good field position.
That was a spinner that went right. It looked like a top. Putting straight up and down. Procedure call. I think they get it at the,
I believe, the
25-yard line, I believe it is. Or are they going to, they're going back like they're going to kick it again.
Yeah, they are. You're right. Adrian and I also brushing up throughout the week on our 8-man football rules.
Well, they play on a shortened field, different yard markers, and creates a little bit of a problem, more for Kevin than for me, because he's got to pick it out every time. But sometimes pretty difficult to do in the heat of the action. Here's the kick again.
Fortunately, we most of the time just make it up. At the 12-yard line, Jarecki going to work. Down the sideline, Jarecki shoved out of bounds by David Cray. A touchdown saving shove, and let's go downstairs to Larry Putney.
Here with a couple of banged up Bulldogs. This is Josh Finkel, who was a starting I-back for most of the year for the Bulldogs, and the starting quarterback was Mitch Korus. Mitch, let's start with you. How frustrating is it to be sitting here and watching?
It's pretty tough. It's getting easier and easier, but it's hard for these games. When you're down and stuff, you think you can do better and just hope they can hold on.
Talking about your injury, I know you got injured during the Pope John game. You were just a game away from playing in the championship.
Yeah, it's frustrating, you know. This is what you live for, dream for as a kid and growing up and everything. But we hope to. I'm only a junior, so we hope to come back here and be competitive next year. So,
Coach called this the most injuries he's ever seen in a ball club in his 9 years. Here are a couple of the examples, guys.
Well, they'd certainly love to have Mitch Korus out there under center right now, give him a boost at the quarterback spot, and also to get Josh Finkel out there with his speed and game-breaking ability.
Yeah, you take a couple of guys out of your lineup like that, and it really does affect what you do, but you have to go ahead and play, and that's what Lindsay Holy Family's trying to get done here.
Pfeiffer in trouble. The ball pops free, and it's recovered by the Mullen Broncos. Another turnover, and Mullen gets it back.
Up in a row, it's Josh Call coming from the left side over there, number 40. Nobody's been able to block him all day. Top of your screen. Pfeiffer looking, and that's Call making the hit right there. Again, nobody's been able to block him coming on that pressure. And he has created this third opportunity now, Kevin, for the Mullen offense.
Anthony Deibler gets the recovered fumble. And it's a turnover back to Mullen, and Mullen with a chance to really pad that advantage here. A close game being broken open by the Mullen defense in this third quarter. From the 22, first down and 10. Young to throw. He's in trouble, and down he goes. Casey Bender got him up top, and getting him down below, Jerry Clausen for a big loss.
Clausen first to stop the play, and then Bender to clean it up, and boy, did he clean it up. Casey Bender, all-district player this year, coming in to make the final stop on the play. Good pressure, though, by Clausen.
Down an 18 from the 30. Up the middle, they work it with Dent. Now bounces to the outside, trying to cut back, and Dent lost his footing a little bit, and then helping him to the ground was Andy Pfeiffer.
Dent's going to leave 3 white jerseys in his wake here as you see him cut to the right here, play design, and maybe go right straight up the middle, right behind Redger, 33. But all jammed up there, so bounce. You bounce out to the right, out to the left, and he picks up, it's third down now, but again, picks up good yardage on the play.
And a timeout taken on 3rd and 13 from the Lindsay Holy Family 25. Mullen will take the timeout, and Rusty Rottenberg earlier today talking about what his team needed to do to slow down the Mullen offense.
I don't know. You know, nobody has all year, and that's a good question. I mean, you know, you have to tackle well, you know, put in a few different things to try to stop it, but I think it comes down to tackling and getting a lot of people to the ball. You know, Mullen, watching their line, they block so well. You know, there's a lot of times that Stephen Dent, you know, doesn't get touched for 10 yards. So, I mean, that's, you know, we'll see. I really don't know. We just hope we can match up well with them and play hard.
So far, Lindsay Holy Family's defense has really done a pretty good job against a very potent attack. Mullen averaging 375 yards rushing per game so far, 157 yards rushing for Mullen. But the story in this game has been the defense of the Mullen Broncos, limiting Lindsay Holy Family to 68 yards of total offense.
Doing that and just really creating havoc also with their offense, Kevin, with the pressure they have put on, specifically Josh Call coming from that right side over there to cause the interceptions and the fumbles as Mullen is ready to run their play.
Dent on the toss. Down he goes. Good tackle by Casey Bender. Well shy of the first down. It's 4th down and about 11 to go.
Toss sweep to the left here, but nowhere to go. Works off the block. You saw Taylor Spencer trying to put the block on Bender there, but Bender just right through the block and able to make the play. So one of the few plays that Taylor Spencer hasn't made today, blocking the bigger player Bender at 230.
4th down and 11 from the 23, and Mullen will go. Young will throw it. Down the sideline, tipped away, and Lindsay Holy Family gets the stop and the turnover on downs.
Michael Kurtenbach on the coverage. He has an interception this year. Just about had another one here, as you will see Young lay it up there. Pretty well thrown football, but Kurtenbach breaking just at the last second there on the ball. Taylor Spencer, the intended target, and Kurtenbach knocks it down. Ball goes over.
Kurtenbach frustrated he didn't get the pick, but it may have been better for Lindsay Holy Family that he did not. Field position at the 23-yard line. On first down and 10, Jarecki trying to find running room, and he'll pick up about 4 yards over the left side. Good patience by Jarecki. Something to open up over there.
It's been evident throughout the game, Kevin. They really wait well for the blocking to develop. We saw it to start on the kickoff return, and we've seen it happen on offense today by Lindsay Holy Family. A good back will do that. He'll give his linemen a chance to make their block, do their work, and then go off of that. They do it well.
Second down and 6 from the 27. Pfeiffer on the give up the middle and nothing doing. Again, Taylor Spencer, Stephen Dent, and this time Anthony Deibler getting a piece of the action.
Taylor Spencer came into the game today, surprise, leading the team in tackles with 97, and I think he's got 97 today, or he's going to have after this game is over. This young man is all over the field. Number 20. He's a junior. He'll be back next year, obviously, 6'1", 180 pounds, and playing his heart out today.
When you get guys like Spencer and Dent back next year, both juniors, you have to feel good if you're a Mullen fan about their chances to be here again. On the move, Deibler brings him down well shy of the first. Got it to the 29-yard line. He needed the 34 for a first, and it'll bring up a fourth down. So fourth down and a long 4 to go for Lindsay Holy Family. 2:35 remaining in the third quarter, and the Bulldogs trailing 18-6, and it's time to punt. Tyler Kurtenbach will punt it to Stephen Dent. Good punt. Dent watches it bounce, takes a Mullen hop, and goes out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Join us a week from Tuesday as we look back at the Colorado game, Tuesday, December 2nd at 7 o'clock Central Time. For Big Red Wrap-Up, join Adrian Fiala and me, along with recruiting news from Huskers Illustrated's Rick Shaw, plus highlights and insight into Nebraska, Colorado. Big Red Wrap-Up, live Tuesday, December 2nd at 7 p.m. Central Time on NETV Sports. First down and 10 from the 24-yard line, and up the middle, big run for Dent. Up the middle and gone for Dent. Stephen Dent will score, and Mullen is broken and wide open.
Took it right over the right side. Cooley's over there. Anthony Deibler's over there. And then he just got into the secondary and did it all on his own from there. Watch this. Good lead block by Reniger, 33. Look at that block right there. I think that was Cooley, I believe. And then it's off to the races for Dent. He had 100 yards at halftime rushing. And that run there, Kevin, was about, how far was that? Did you keep a number on that?
Approximately 60 yards.
60 yards.
For the run.
He's getting close to 200 yards on the day.
Going for 2 and going nowhere is the quarterback Travis Young, snowed under in the backfield by Jerry Clausen.
Here is the touchdown run again. You see the tremendous blocking up front. And then Richard Dent. How about Stephen Dent? Richard Dent's a Chicago Bear. He kind of looks like a Chicago Bear a little bit. But Stephen Dent off to the races. Shed a tackler there in the secondary and breaks off that long run. 56 yards. 56-yard run by Stephen Dent. Richard Dent. I got to get that out of my mind, guys.
Richard might be flattered by the comparison today, the way Stephen Dent is running the football.
Stephen's running about twice as fast as Richard ever thought he could run, Kevin. But what a day Stephen Dent is finally putting up here. A little bit limited in the first quarter, but he has really come into his own here in the second half.
Mullen starting to flex its muscle in the running game. Now 215 yards rushing for Mullen, and I would venture to guess about 170 of that belongs to Stephen Dent.
At least that he is showing why he is an all-state player, and why he's accounted for over half of their offensive yards this year.
Kickoff into the end zone for a touchback, and Larry Putney's standing by with one of the greats to play the 8-man game in Nebraska. Larry?
In fact, he played on this field his sophomore year for North Loop, Scotia. We're talking about Steve Krewald, current Husker fullback, of course. What do you remember about being out here on this field in D2?
Oh, I remember it being a lot of fun. It was a night game, you know, so there was a great atmosphere for it, and just having everybody around. I mean, it was amazing.
What's the difference between 8-man football and what you're playing now?
Oh, I mean, there's not a ton of difference, really. 8-man football is a real competitive game in high school. It's real fast-paced, kind of like college football is. So I think it really prepared me in a lot of ways.
How come we don't see more 8-man guys playing in the, Division I or?
I mean, I think, a lot of 8-man guys, I mean, they may not get noticed as much, but I mean, 8-man, there's generally just smaller guys. And I mean, a lot of great high school athletes and maybe not a lot of guys that are able to play in college.
Best of luck a week from this weekend.
Thank you.
It's like a young man who's been playing some pretty good football lately, Steve Krewald.
Blocking real well, running the ball. Again, Steve Krewald, I believe either 7 or 8 8-man players have played for Nebraska and started in that realm in the past 20-some years, 25 years.
Been a good source of fullbacks at Nebraska, I know that. Second down, and the pass is caught at the 20-yard line. Jerry Clausen with the catch, 5 yards shy of a first down.
Fullbacks, Jeff Makovica, Joel Makovica, Steve Krewald, and then Terry Keneally, defensive tackle from Hyannis. Larry Frost from Malcolm.
Well, look at you go.
Gail Williams from Meadow Grove. And there's one more, and I can't remember.
I'm
maybe
impressed.
2 more. Well,
I am impressed.
Just a few guys I know. Thank goodness.
Third down and 4. A long 4 for the first down. Pfeiffer rolls to the right. Comes back across the field, and the pass is dropped by Tyler Kurtenbach. That's a tough throw to make, and Pfeiffer put a pretty good touch on it.
He did, Kevin, and it's a tough throw. It's a very dangerous throw. Really expose the football to the defense, and if somebody's lurking back there like Travis Young was, but just a little bit too far away as the pressure is coming again, as Pfeiffer took a big hit on the pass. But you expose the football, and if the guy can catch and get going, it's great. But the defense has a golden opportunity if they get it, because usually it's going to mean a touchdown for them.
Kurtenbach will punt it away again. Dent waiting, and he backs away from it, takes a Lindsay Holy family bounce, and will be down near the 21-yard line. And Mullen will start once again. The Bronco cheerleaders excited. Their team closing in on a D2 state championship with a big third quarter here, keyed by some fantastic defensive play, and of course some big plays on offense and defense from Stephen Dent.
Stephen Dent stepped it up, as I said earlier, in this second half. Had a fairly good first half, but really has stepped it up here in the second half. But Taylor Spencer and John have really been just significant for Mullen.
172 yards rushing for Dent. The give to Taylor Spencer. And Spencer on a little misdirection. He'll pick up almost 8 yards on first down.
Good quick play that you run this counter trap coming back to the other side, a little reverse action. And a fairly good block over there on that right side. Gets the ball down about 2nd and 3, 7-yard pickup by Spencer. He's been a huge factor on defense and now making a mark on offense.
1 quarter to a champion in Class D2, and Mullen leading Lindsay Holy family 24-6 after 3.
Story time. We'll read the story about the big dog. Yes, on the way to school.
Always there when you need us. Nebraska Public Power District, together with your local public power utility.
Programming on NETV is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff. Soy biodiesel is a soy-based, clean-burning, renewable fuel that can be blended with petroleum diesel to help reduce America's dependence on foreign oil. Soy biodiesel, making a difference for soybean farmers and you.
You're watching NETV and NETV Digital Television, a service of Nebraska Educational Telecommunications.
The Broncos have made their run 24-6 as we enter the fourth quarter. Broncos on top of Lindsay Holy Family. And, you know, Hooker County has very, very few people in it. In fact, I think most of them are in the stands today. There's only one town, and that's Mullen. Hooker County, one person per square mile up in that county, but one of them actually works for NETV, and that is Donna Devine. And Donna, very happy camera operator this afternoon, is hello, Donna, as her Mullen Broncos are pounding right now 24-6 over the Bulldogs.
Well, I'm sure Donna is a proud alum of Mullen High School today. And I believe that's Donna's sister.
Yeah. Cheerleader. All right.
She's excited, too. Everybody's happy.
And, of course, Mullen is the home of one of the best golf courses in the state also, the Sand Hills Golf Course. It's a beautiful place. Lake-style course out there.
2nd down and 3 as we start the fourth quarter. On the keep, Young tripped up a yard shy of the first down. Good tackle in the open field on that far sideline. Made, I believe, over there by number 65, Brian Wegener.
It was, Kevin. Good pursuit by Wegener. Had some room to go, but Wegener was over there to deny that. Wegener kind of banged his knee to the turf a little bit on the play. Came up a little bit sore on the play. He'll be all right, though. All these kids are tough.
Yep.
Tough players.
And you're not yanking them out of the state championship game. 3rd down and short. Dent up the middle, first down for the Broncos out to the 33-yard line. And Mullen will keep the drive going, and more importantly for the Broncos, they'll keep the clock moving here in this fourth quarter.
That's the main element right now, is to burn as much time as you can off the clock, and that's what Mullen will try to do. And on the reverse side of that, Lindsay Holy Family needs to go tackle the football, try to cause the turnover, make that happen, try to get their football team back in the picture.
From the 33, 1st down and 10, the toss to Dent. Good cutback by Dent to find extra yardage on that right side, and he takes it to the 37-yard line, 4-yard pickup.
See the block to the outside here. That's Josh Call, 40, and 63. And having the kick out block, and then able to cut right behind all that. Short game, but a good game. Picked up about 4 on the play.
10:40 remaining fourth quarter. Mullen 24, Lindsay Holy Family 6. Young on the toss to Dent. Another good cutback by Dent. Looked like he was going to be brought down in the backfield aid, and he cut it back just enough to get free.
And you know, Kevin, we talked about this with Rusty Rottenberg before the game got underway, and one of the keys he said is to tackle well, and to tackle a guy like Dent is pretty tough, and Dent on occasion has left people in his way. 2 or 3 tacklers here and there. The long touchdown run, he had 2 or 3 people miss there, so he's a tough guy to bring down. You got to hit him square, score up, and drive through.
3rd down and 3 from the Holy Family 39-yard line. Dent again shedding tacklers, and Dent has a first down. Just barreling people over, knocking people out of the way, and the Broncos with another first.
Good kick out block. Dent going down. That was number 13, Travis Young, trying to get in the action there. But he just continues to shed tacklers till he gets by the stick and then try to get loose to break it to the end zone. A little bit of a balance problem there. He does get brought down. First down, though, for Mullen on the move.
From the 32-yard line of Lindsay Holy Family, 9:40 to play fourth quarter. On the keeper, Young looking for running room. From the 32 to the 29-yard line, maybe the 28. A pickup of 3.5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Mullen Lindsay Holy Family at various times running a 5-man front. Then they put 3 people across the back. On this series here, they brought Jarecki up to play the middle backer right behind the line of scrimmage. There you see him right behind the line. Prior to this, they've been playing him a little bit further off the football as Dent takes it around the right side again, Kevin, and a couple of yards.
Let's go downstairs to Larry Putney.
I'm here with the father of the Steve Dent that's on the field right now, and your son just became the state's leading rusher. He really turned it on here in the second half.
Yeah, you know, they're finally hanging on to the ball and playing football now. We're kind of worried about him in the first half, you know, but they're going to be all right now, I think.
He's not just a football player, though. He's a pretty accomplished rodeo star.
Yeah, he does real good. He rides barebacks and saddle broncs and bulls, and he team ropes.
State champ.
Yeah, he won the bareback riding and the saddle bronc riding in high school last year, and the all-around cowboy too. So
kind of a proud papa sitting up there, huh?
Oh yeah, it's hard not to be, I'd say.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
With that, and guys, with that 56-yard touchdown run, Steve Dent became the state's leading rusher, passing Mike Brower of Fillmore Central.
Well, and a very, very impressive day today for Stephen Dent. 3 yards shy of 200 yards rushing in the state championship game. Not a bad way to cap off your junior year, which would put him almost 400 yards now the last 2 years in high school. That's impressive.
Yeah, if I'm Mike Brown, I'm smiling a lot through my long mustache. He's got Taylor Spencer back, Stephen Dent is back, a number of other fellas coming back, Trent Zimmerman back, Mundorf is back. Lots of fellas coming back to play. You should be fairly happy with that situation, Kevin.
Up the middle, Dent again, first down on 4th and short. Look at Dent work inside the 10 and down near the 8-yard line. What a run.
His dad just mentioned that he rides bulls, and there's, well, he's getting up a little bit gimpy over there. He might have caught his ankle. Watch where he first makes contact here. Okay, here's where he first makes contact right there. So there's about 2 yards. There's about 5 yards, 6, 7, 8 more yards after contact on the play. Stephen Dent.
First down and goal from the 8-yard line. Dent staying in the game at the tailback. To the fullback, and Renninger takes it. Ball pops free, loose on the play, and recovery down there by Lindsay Holy Family. So Holy Family turns away Mullen, driving for a back-breaking touchdown, and Jeff Bender recovers the fumble.
Joe Mundorf, 84, is going to come and lead this play right there. There's the block, and number 77 is Casey Bender. He catches up. Somehow the ball skirts out of there. He might have punched it out of there. The ball went behind the back of Renninger on the play, and Holy Family recovers.
First down and 10 now for Holy Family from the 7-yard line. Pfeiffer to throw out of the end zone, down the right side of the field and off the fingertips of Michael Kurtenbach. It's incomplete.
Pressure that time again. Call coming from the backside. Jarecki's going to try to block him. He does block him to the outside. Slows down the progress this time. That was key to the pass off as Jeff Jarecki takes on Josh Call, who has been a thorn in the side of the Holy Family offense this afternoon.
Second down and 10 from the 7. On the quarterback keep, Pfeiffer trying to find running room, and he runs into Dent near the 10-yard line. It'll be third down and long for Holy Family, playing right into what Mullen head coach Mike Brown told us earlier. We want to get him in second and third and long, and they've been doing that all day long today.
They have done that. This play a little slow developing as the middle was all stacked up. So Pfeiffer trying to get to the outside, Dent there, and also along with David Cray, who just started it rolling down the sideline there, or towards the sideline, Kevin, to make the play, and he and Dent stopped it for a very short game.
3 for 11 on third down today for both teams. Lindsay Holy Family needs a convert here. Pfeiffer steps up, down the sideline, has a man. He's got it, tripped up down at the 18-yard line. First down, Jerry Clausen and Lindsay Holy Family.
Travis Young on the coverage. He saves the touchdown. Pfeiffer has time to throw. That's the big difference between what's happened on that play and previous plays here throughout the game, is he has time to throw, and Young there just gets the shoot top tackle on Clausen. See it one more time. Airs it out. It was. And a good job by Clausen to catch it, Kevin. I'll tell you why, because he's looking right into a big bright sun. You see how long those shadows are. That sun's kind of peeking over the top of the stadium.
Jarecki looking for running room. There is none there. I know you'll be shocked. Josh Call and Taylor Spencer in there to make the tackle.
I would have never expected that.
About the first time today we've seen Taylor Spencer, or I'm sorry, the first time on that play that we've seen Taylor Spencer. He's been involved in everything today. What a day that young man has had, the middle linebacker for Taylor Spencer. Second and 10 from the 17. Lindsay Holy Family trying to put some points on the board and get back into this game. Pfeiffer for the end zone. He's got it for the touchdown. Jerry Clausen scoring for Lindsay Holy Family.
Crossing action by the receivers. Clausen coming from the right side on the crossing pattern. The coverage was there initially by Zach Reniger, but for some reason he either slipped or got turned around the wrong way. But he just got turned around the wrong way is what happened. And Clausen came up free on the play. Touchdown, Holy Family.
9th touchdown catch of the year for Jerry Clausen. And now the 2-point try. Pfeiffer lobbing it for the end zone, and it's knocked away, incomplete. Trying to find Clausen in the end zone for 2, and Lindsay Holy Family down by 12, 24-12. A beautiful pass from Pfeiffer to Clausen.
Straight drop back. Clausen cutting from the right to the left-hand side. 33 was Zach Reniger. He just got turned around the wrong way. And, of course, that creates about a second, maybe a second and a half for the receiver to have the advantage. He used it strictly to his advantage and came up open about 4 yards for the touchdown. Well done, well executed.
5-play, 73-yard drive, 1:44 off the clock, and that's exactly what the Bulldogs needed. A quick strike scoring drive, and they got it here. If you have questions about the college planning process, then tune in Wednesday, December 3rd for Nebraska Connects Countdown to College. This live call-in show will allow you to ask the experts about financial aid, selecting the right college, and many more areas of the higher education process. College is possible for most Nebraskans, and NETV is committed in helping. Nebraska Connects Countdown to College, December 3rd at 7 Central Time, only on NETV.
Kevin, you mentioned it. It's critical that Lindsay Holy Family get the football. Their defense needs to come out and really do some ball hawking one way or the other. They're probably going to have to knock it loose because Mullen's going to have that football on the ground primarily. Well, look at this.
The onside kick try. Does it go 10 yards?
Don't think it did.
I don't believe it did either. It was recovered by Lindsay Holy Family, but it's shy of the 40-yard line, and Mullen will have it on offense.
Remember the old quick pitch in baseball? That was a quick kick in football. They were gathered around in a little bit of a huddle and all of a sudden broke it, ready to go, and kicked it very quickly, but it did not go the 10 yards.
First down for Mullen. Trying the onside kick didn't work, and so now the Broncos of Mullen will try to milk some more of that clock. Turnovers today have plagued both teams. Mullen wants to hang on for a final 6:03. That's what separates them from a championship. Dent on the move. Still on his feet. Look at Dent come out of the pile to the 20 and knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard 7. What a run by Dent.
I don't know how he got out of that pack over there about the 30-yard line. It looked like he had the handcuffs on him. Here, watch. Boom, boom, right there. I mean, he's going down, but no, he's not. No, he is not. And now it's a sideline race, and he just about stays in bounds there, Kevin, and takes it all away. Stephen Dent is just an amazing football player here this afternoon.
That was a fantastic run. Jarecki had him dead to rights. You shouldn't be getting up from that. Then he dances down the sideline and able to move it down to the 7-yard line, 1st and goal.
Used to be that football players would wrestle in the offseason and run track, to get better. I think they need to go do rodeo in the offseason.
The snap, a little confusion. Young in trouble, and he's fortunate to get a yard on the play. They saw the play clock running down, Aid, and the tailback tried to call timeout, but Young had already snapped the ball, and there was a lot of confusion.
Stephen Dent had his hands up in the air, tried to signal. And in the meanwhile, Travis Young was headed to the left side with the football. So, a little bit of confusion. They ran the play, and basically a dead play is what it amounts to, as they have second down now at about the 6-yard line, just short of the 6.
5:44 to play, 4th quarter, and Mullen trying to answer the touchdown by Lindsay Holy Family. Dent to the carry. Dent bowling towards the end zone, and he is a half-yard shy of pay dirt. 3rd down and goal to go from right there for Mullen.
Going over the left side, straight power. Excellent block by Call. Rediger kick out block there. And then Bender is hanging on. A couple others are hanging on as Dent continues to do that to the defense.
Third down and goal from the 1. Young, the give to Dent. Touchdown, Mullen. Stephen Dent in for another touchdown. Rushing touchdown of the year.
Right over Call and Cray over on that left side, Kevin, doing a great job of blocking, but when you got about a yard to go, yard and a half to go, Stephen Dent is pretty automatic on that.
And Mullen leads it 30-12. And they'll go for the 2-point conversion. 5:03 remaining in this fourth quarter. Dent on the toss. Dent reaching out, and he's short. The 2-point conversion no good, and Mullen's lead remains 18. But Dent, 3 rushing touchdowns today, over 200 yards on the ground, an interception return for a touchdown. Raise your hand if you think he might be the most valuable player.
Either he or Taylor Spencer. Again, a good shot by Spencer, and Josh Call playing a great game on defense for Mullen also. But Dent doing it all, and there you see the young man get a well-deserved break.
Another championship for you, the Class D1 state championship tonight at 7 o'clock Central Time, where Overton, big Overton team against Howells. D1 state championship tonight at 7 o'clock Central Time right here on NETV as we start off a very busy weekend for all of us at Nebraska ETV. State high school football championships, 6 champions in the next 3 days.
Lots of football coming your way. We have certainly moved our residence up here for the next 3 days.
Right.
Happy to accommodate.
Forwarding my mail here. Got a couch and a cot. Everything's fine.
We're ready.
Hey, there's worse places to live.
Plenty of food. We're ready to go. Travis Cooley will kick it off again, Kevin. He has played a very good game for this Mullen Bronco football team today. He's an honorable mention All-State player last year.
Pfeiffer and Schumacher back to kick. Back to return. Schumacher into the end zone. Had a foot across. And that'll send it out to the 15-yard line. And firing up the Mullen team, Travis Cooley pounded it into the end zone. He's excited. Well, if you'd like a VHS copy or maybe a DVD of the game you're seeing today, why don't you just go to the internet. Log on to mynptv.org and click on the sports link. Or if you're not internet savvy, we have it set up by phone. 1-800-228-4630. NETV is Nebraska's home for sports.
On the kickoff, you saw the receiver break the plane of the goal line, and when that happens in high school, you'll hear the whistle. You cannot run it out. Once that ball breaks the plane, or the player breaks the plane of the goal line, the ball's dead. You cannot run it out. It comes out. So, and again, when they violate the neutral zone, the same thing happens there. Larry Putney's down on the sideline. Larry?
That's what the discussion is about right now. They said the ball has to cross that line, not the player.
Well,
so his back foot crossed it. One of the officials blew it dead. The other ran in and said it wasn't the ball. The ball did not cross the line. So I think you're going to see him kick it again because they thought it crossed the line and it has to be the ball.
Okay.
Boy, now you'll have a real complaint if, for example, Lindsay Holy Family were to fumble on this kickoff and be recovered by Mullen.
Let's take another look here. Pfeiffer dropping back.
He's right.
No, the ball never did cross the plane. That's right.
Inadvertent whistle.
Just the foot. An inadvertent whistle and a redo, essentially, here.
They kick off.
That's an oops.
Pick it up.
Yep. Mike Brown. Easier to take those rulings when you're up by 18 with 5 minutes to go than the other side. So Cooley, who was pumped up that he sent it into the end zone, will have to reset and do it again. This time a shorter kick taken at the 10 by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer across the 20 and down to the 24-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go for Lindsay Holy Family. They trail it by 18 with 4:54 remaining in the D2 title game. The numbers on Andy Pfeiffer today, 8 for 4, 93 yards, and a touchdown today. Pfeiffer trying to rally the troops here late. Straight drop for Pfeiffer on first down. In trouble. Down he goes. Pressure from the outside and the sack on the play for Mullen from Trent Zimmerman.
Trent Zimmerman in on the play today. He's had 53 tackles on the year. Big one right here as he takes Pfeiffer right down. No chance at all to deliver the football. Pfeiffer's thrown the ball more today, Kevin, though, than he has on average through the rest of the year. But Zimmerman, the junior, takes him down.
And a whistle and a timeout taken by Lindsay Holy Family. 2nd and 16 coming up from the 18-yard line. 4:22 to play in a 30-12 ball game. Mullen with the lead. Would you or your business like these to NETV? You can. It's easy. Become a corporate sponsor along with other Nebraska businesses. Your contributions can support quality programming like you're seeing today. Help support NETV by calling 1-800-634-6788. Rusty Rottenberg trying to rally the troops here in this title game. It's been a fantastic run for Lindsay Holy Family, as Larry mentioned, going through the number 1, number 3, and number 4 teams in the state to get to this title game. That's a real tough road just to get to this, and a real accomplishment for that team.
Absolutely, Kevin, and they're up against the numbers right now as they're behind 18 points with 4 minutes and 22 seconds left in the game. They need a quick score.
2nd down and 16 from the 18-yard line. Pfeiffer throwing. The screen pass set up to Schumacher. Schumacher breaks a tackle across the 20 and down near the 22-yard line, 21-yard line. And out of all that, a gain of only 3 yards.
Trying to catch the Mullen defense, a little unaware here, but Josh Call, you've heard that name before here. He beats the block, slows Schumacher down, and everybody else finishes up. Cooley there to finish up.
3rd down and 13. Flags are down. Pfeiffer throwing on the run over the middle. Pass is juggled and dropped. Stephen Dent almost had his 2nd interception of the day, adding to a fantastic day for Stephen Dent. See what the penalty is, the illegal motion. So it'll be likely declined by Mullen. That'll bring up a 4th down and 13.
Play it out, though, as we always talk about, no matter what the situation. Unless you hear the whistle, you play it out. If that would have, if that interception would have been successful, that's the reward for playing out the play that you know probably is going to be a penalty, or that is a penalty on the play. You still play it out.
4th down and 13 from the 20. Lindsay Holy Family, of course, in a go-for-it situation here. Pfeiffer has time. Pump fake. Has a man open. The pass is caught with one hand by Jerry Clausen. What a grab.
Pfeiffer's pass complete to number 88.
That was acrobatic, to say the least, as Clausen goes high in the air. Zach Renninger is there on the coverage. As Clausen is going to make his way across the field, much the same as he did on the touchdown play. As a matter of fact, it looks exactly like that play. And Zach is there, but Clausen goes higher and makes the grab.
1st down and 10, back to live action, intercepted by Dent. Stephen Dent with his 2nd interception of the day, and Mullen turns away Lindsay Holy Family again.
Holy Family trying to get the football in the deep seam to the outside to Michael Kurtenbach. Travis Young there, Stephen Dent there. Travis Young had the deep coverage, had the backside. That he picks up the interception, and with 3 minutes and some change left here, Kevin, that unless they really, let's say, a fumble down here that they take back into the end zone, it's not looking good for Holy Family right now.
1st down and 10 from the 3. Young, the toss to Dent, and Dent pushes it forward to the 5-yard line. And Mullen closing in on that man's 3rd state championship. Won it in 90 and 98 at D1. Looking for his first since 1998. And I know he'll be extremely excited and proud of these kids if they are able to hang on to this one. And the turnovers, that's been the big story of the day. 11 opportunities, 7 of which have been lost today. And up the middle it goes. Dent from the 5 to the 7-yard line. 2-yard gain. 6 but more importantly, clock continuing to run.
And those 4 turnovers that Mullen had given over, Kevin, were in the first half. They had not given up the football here in the second half. They'd actually picked it off a couple more times here in the second half off of passes by Holy Family. So Mullen's defense really stepped up the pace here in the second half, played great actually in the first half also. And then the offense did their part and looking pretty good right now for them.
310 yards on the ground for Mullen so far today, and Renninger churning towards a first down. He is short, though, of the first by 1.5 yards, and it's 4th down. Timeout with 2:02 remaining in the fourth quarter. Lindsay Holy Family has stopped the clock. And they'll force a Mullen punt here on 4th down and short with 2:02 to play in the ball game.
Mullen came into the game averaging 375 in terms of rushing. They're at 310 right now.
Timeout.
They do not have a yard. Okay. Thrown the ball a couple of times, but
they do have a 2-point conversion through the air today.
That'll work.
So that's, for Mullen, that's a pretty good passing game. Well, if you'd like to have a keepsake videotape or DVD of the copy of the game you're seeing right now, you can log on to mynptv.org and click on the sports link or call 1-800-228-4630. NETV is Nebraska's home for sports. And I would imagine the Dent family is one of many that wouldn't mind having a copy of this game. The way Dent has played in this ball game today, over 200 yards rushing. Fantastic performance today by Stephen Dent and the Mullen rushing attack.
Well, we heard all about him coming in, and he certainly is not disappointed today. Stephen Dent, along with a host of other Mullen football players, all of which, all their starters, all district players this year. Fairly unusual for that to happen to your whole team, but they have accomplished that along with a number of other things. They tighten up that formation, protect the football.
Going for it on 4th and short. Young, the give to Dent. Not a bad call to make. If you're Mullen, give it to the man who's rushed for over 200 yards. They get the first down. That will keep the drive going, and the Bulldogs, with just 1 timeout left, are going to be, well, very little they can do to slow this one down.
Untoward is the thing there. Let's go down to Larry Putney.
Yeah, you know, Kevin mentioned earlier that Mike Brown has won titles in 90 and 98. The one thing he said before the game is when you get here and you've been in this environment, you actually get an opportunity to win a state championship. That's when you realize how truly special it is to be here. And I mentioned to Mike, I said, you know, that's kind of an unusual mustache you got there. And he said, yeah, my wife doesn't like it, so I just let it keep growing.
I know the feeling, except I don't have a mustache. 1st and 10, up the middle. Dent takes it to the 18.5-yard line, a 4.5-yard pickup for Dent. And there's a look at the unique mustache for Mike Brown.
A number of years.
That didn't happen overnight.
And one of the other things I want to give credit to is David Cray, or other players, is David Cray. Number 64, he has played a whale of a football game today. He's a left guard. Whenever they need that yard, Kevin, that's where they're going. David Cray, 6'2", 290 pounds, and he's a nasty player.
Give up the middle. Dent on 2nd down. Takes it forward for a couple of yards. They are 2.5 yards shy of the first, bringing up a 3rd down now for Mullen. Time winding down as well. 42 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter, and Mullen closing in on a D2 state championship.
Yeah, what up, dark clock?
And Hooker County will celebrate tonight,
He's got a timer on there.
although they may all celebrate in Lincoln, as the majority of the folks from Mullen, I believe, made the trip to Lincoln today.
It's a long drive back, but it'll be a long, happy drive. Be actually a short, happy drive back.
And 3 yards to go. And a knee is taken by Travis Young. And Mullen begins to celebrate a championship in Lincoln. And the Mullen Broncos are now D2 state champions. The final score today, Mullen wins it 30-12 over Lindsay Holy Family and completes a 13-0 perfect regular season in Class D2.
Mullen Broncos. The Broncos are tough. They got it done today, even though they gave up the football a number of times today in the turnover category. They still were able to come back, Kevin, and win the football game. Their defense really played well. Played well in the clutches down there, created the turnovers, added points to the scoreboard, and helped their team win the football game.
Mullen wins it today 30-12 in the Class D2 state championship. We'll have more from Memorial Stadium in a moment.
Bryan LGH West is bringing advanced neuroscience technology to Nebraska, offering the state's first gamma knife radiosurgery to non-invasively treat brain tumors and severe facial pain, and working with Nebraska's only physician specially trained in coiling for brain aneurysms. Just 2 examples of our commitment to neuroscience care for Nebraskans and our neighbors. Bryan LGH, the first name in healthcare.
Programming on NETV is provided in part by Education Quest Foundation. For over 15 years, Education Quest has offered free college planning services. These services include scholarship searches, student loan information, college selection, and help with completing financial aid application. Education Quest is located in Kearney, Lincoln, and Omaha. Appointments are available at 800-666-3721.
You live and play here. You raise your family here. So do we. ACE, community-owned, community-operated. Your hometown choice for natural gas.
From getting your kids to bed to getting them to the dentist, you'll find parenting advice and more on mymptv.org. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.
Champions, 30-12 winners over Lindsay Holy Family. 13-0 Mullen, 11-2 Lindsay Holy Family. And let's go to public address announcer Rich Broderson for the Class D2 Awards presentation.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is happy to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. The award presentations will be made by NSAA Board of Control members Glenn Morgan from Neely Oakdale and Leroy Kundle from Baird, and U.S. Terry Luggy. Here are the awards for Class D2 runner-up Lindsay Holy Family. Will head coach Rusty Rottenberg and your assistants please come to the sideline stage to present the silver medals to the members of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 9, Jordan Bender. Number 10, Andy Pfeiffer. Number 11, Mitchell Corris. Number 12, Nick Korth. Number 14, Josh Finkrol. Number 15, John Jarecki. Number 16, Doc Schonbacher. Number 20, Tyler Kurtenbach. Number 21, Michael Kurtenbach. Number 22, Clayton Corris. Number 25, Ross Beller. Number 26, Brian Pfeiffer. Number 30, Michael Werner. Number 32, Jeff Wagoner. Number 42, Jeff. Number 65, Brian Wagoner. Number 70, Jeremy Shanley. Number 77, Casey Binder. Number 78, Corey Preister. Number 80, Kyle Clausen. Number 85, Jesse Shanley. Number 88, Jerry Clausen. Number 95, Evan Schumacher. And number 99, Jeff Binder. And ladies and gentlemen, now here is the 2003 Class D2 runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Lindsay Holy Family High School.
Well, certainly disappointment right now for Lindsay Holy Family, but a fantastic accomplishment getting back to the state championship game. Unfortunately, runners-up the second straight year, but a road that they took with the injuries that Lindsay Holy Family has suffered this year, Aid. No shame in what this team has done this year.
Not at all, Kevin, and there are a lot of teams that would like to exchange places with Lindsay Holy Family today to be in this championship game, but they're not here. Lindsay Holy Family is. They are the state runner-up, and you tip your hat to what they have done. A good accomplishment, a good year for Rusty Rothenberg and his staff and his team. Congratulations, well done.
Back to Rich Broderson now to crown the champions in Class D2.
The champions from Mullen High School. First, head coach Mike Brown, we have a special award for you. Now, coach, would you and your assistants hand out the gold medals to the members of your championship team? Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 10, Troy Renfro. Number 13, Travis Young. Number 14, Shane Simonson. Number 20, Taylor Spencer. Number 21, Stephen Dent. Number 22, Kyle Phillips. Number 23, Joseph Deibler. Number 31, Chad Pierman. Number 33, Zach Renninger. Number 34, Will Newmeyer. Number 35, Cam O'Mara. Number 40, Josh Call. Number 42, Tim Severe. Number 43, Adam Danielson. Number 50, Michael Andrew. Number 52, Kenny Cash. Number 55, Lee Anderson. Number 60, Trey White. Number 63, Travis Cooley. Number 64, David Cray. Number 65, Brian Wright. Number 70, Chet Schwartz. Number 71, Donald Musser. Number 72, Number 73, Dusty Jackson. Number 74, Eric Deibler. Number 80, Colby Osborne. Number 81, Sebastian Benkert. Number 82, Michael Phillips. Number 83, Trent Zimmerman. And number 84, Joe Mundorf. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2003 Class D2 State Football. Congratulations, Mullen High School.
Third championship for the Mullen Broncos. They won it in 1990, they won it in 1998, and here again in 2003, the Class D2 state champs and the kiss for the trophy for the champions. The Mullen Broncos and a championship trophy well earned, Mr. Fiala. What a performance today by the offensive line, by the running game, and really by a defense that was undersung coming into this game.
Absolutely, Kevin. Stephen Dent, of course, heralded coming into the ballgame, 33 carries, 263 yards, 3 touchdowns, also a couple of pass interceptions. That guy had a career day in one afternoon. But, man, what a great effort by their defense to stop Lindsay Holy Family. Outstanding.
Downstairs to Larry Putney with the championship coach.
Well, I'm with Steve Dent and also Mike Brown, the coach, and Coach, saying congratulations to everybody. Talk about coming back after all those turnovers, especially in the first half, 4 different turnovers.
Well, I thought our defense really stepped up. I talked about our offense a lot, and, today was a chance for the defense to shine.
And already they're talking about next year.
Well, you get down there, it's pretty special. The guy wants to make it again.
A guy who's talking about it already is Steve Dent. Steve joins us now. 263 yards on the ground. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You grabbed your offensive lineman together after the game. Why don't you tell everybody what you said to him?
Oh, it was a blast playing with them for, the 3 years I've been playing with them. I've been running the ball behind them since I was a freshman, and those 3 inside guys, and they're big and huge, and they just get off the ball hard and create great holes.
I think you hugged them all and told them they were the best offensive line in the state.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, they are. Thank you.
At Stephen Dent, just running through people, shaking tacklers. Rusty Rothenberg said, our concern is tackling Stephen Dent. We have to tackle well. They did at times, other times they did not, and he riddled their defense for 263 yards. To look down the trail, to look into the future for coming back next year. So the nucleus of a very good football team led by Taylor Spencer, who had a great game today for Mullen, and also, of course, Stephen Dent.
You lose some big guys on the line, but when you've got a back like Dent coming back who runs so tough and can shed tackles and has great balance, you got to like the future for Mullen. You have to like the future for Lindsay Holy Family as well, a team that's been here twice the last 2 years. They'll bring back Andy Pfeiffer. They'll bring back their tailback, Jeff Jarecki. A couple of guys, 3 of the 5 guys on the offensive line. things look pretty good as well for Lindsay Holy Family. We may see this matchup again next year in the D2 title
Could
game.
very well happen, Kevin. If it would, that would be outstanding. Two quality programs, quality coaches, and young men that play their hearts out. And love to see that happen. A lot of other D2 players would love to be here. The competition will be fierce next year to see who indeed will come to Memorial Stadium.
Well, once again, our final score. Mullen wins the state championship 30-12 over Lindsay Holy Family. Be with us tonight at 7 o'clock for the Class D1 championship as the Overton Eagles take on the Howell in Fiala. Larry Putney and the entire NETV sports production crew, I'm Kevin Kugler. Goodbye from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska.